right, so once again, I'm live. I break this stuff down tonight. Last night I broke a little bit of stuff down, but people say they want more, so I should bring more. Right. So in Virginia today we got some words, kind of crazy stuff actually. Very crazy, right? You know, like severe weather alert day or something. Severe weather alert day after. Going on. They even had a tornado to real here. I mean, that's kind of crazy, but let's go ahead and get to it. I had to look to see what my notes or whatever, but
usually has on average 21 tornadoes each year. We've had one so far this month. In April, we average 6 tornado warnings. That's according to 10 News meteorologist, 10 News reporter Keisha Lynn, working for you during statewide tornado drill day about what to do when one hits and what to do afterwards. Keisha.
Happy. If a tornado hits, it's important to get to the lowest level of your home or wherever you are, whether that's school or work. Today is the statewide tornado drill where you can practice your plan if a tornado happens. Since 2000, Virginia has had 350 tornado warnings. Roanoke County Fire and Rescue's Brian Klingfield walked us through an office building, showing us where to go and what to stay away from during a tornado. He says to stay away from windows because the glass and debris are the number one cause of injury. Klingfield says it's also important to know what to do after a tornado hits.
If it did hit whatever structure you're in, there's going to be some damage. There's going to be some debris. There could be broken gas lines. There could be, so you just want to use a lot of caution when you're coming out of your safe place.
There could also be sharp objects lying around. Also, it's a good idea to always have important documents in a safe. He also said it's important for you to have a way to get the severe weather warnings. Meanwhile, this whole week is Virginia's Severe Weather Preparedness Week by the National Weather Service. Each day, the National Weather Service will share severe weather topics and advice. Keisha Lynn, 10 News, working for you.
All right, we certainly see our share here. Parker, I have to ask, what time of day and what time of year do we expect most of these?
Yeah, so the time of day is usually in the afternoon. That's when instability is the highest across the board. And the time of year is roughly April, May, June, even into July and parts of August. We average about 20 tornado warnings for April, May, and June. Those are stats since 2000 to about 2025, so about a 25-year rolling average.
I'm remembering the one that hit Appomattox. I'm pretty sure that was a late afternoon situation.
Yeah, late afternoon, EF3, that was a big time tornado.
And I guess just, that watch and warning thing we touched on the last half hour, it's worth talking about again.
Yeah, it's always important to talk about. Something you may relate to, it's Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday, right? You get all the taco ingredients. They're going to get your lettuce, tomatoes, meat, cheese, sour cream, hot sauce, whatever it is. That's the watch that we are on.
Right, you have all the ingredients.
Right, we have the ingredients. We're on taco watch. You got the taco together, that's a taco warning or a tornado warning. So All the ingredients are there. There is a tornado either currently on the ground or radar indicated. That's the warning. A watch means all the ingredients are coming together for then a warning to maybe be issued in the future.
All right, so to recap, when that taco is whole, people be careful,
Yes,
because once it's all together,
get in your safe space.
fair enough. Thank you very much.
I lead a team focused on safeguarding our networks with real-time intelligence and behavior-based decisioning. But my true passion is supporting other women in the tech space.
Yo, what's up, man?
What?
It is severe.
Yeah, they over there messing with the audio again, man. That shit sounds kind of choppy, man.
Well, I do know that we had a thing in Virginia today called Severe Weather Awareness Week.
Interesting.
So they had a stop drop rope, like a tornado drill or something. I said, man, we ain't never heard no crazy mess like this.
Tell me.
But yeah, they said that they had tornado drill or whatever, so you know what it is, right? Yeah. So I'm just like, man, this is kind of weird, man. You said it sounded kind of choppy.
Yeah, yep.
Let me see if this one works.
So like we're still messing with it, you know?
Whether we hear these focus to staying safe in the event of a tornado.
Gotta be ready. Brendan King is live with the details of the statewide tornado drill that's happening today and why it's so important. Good morning.
Good morning to you both. The drill is so important because lives are at stake. You may remember back in September 2018 in Chesterfield County, Ronnie Bishop, sadly, he was killed when a tornado hit his workplace. That is why the experts say
How is it?
What?
Yeah, I've been playing. What's up, Shaq?
No.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, it still sounds like that.
You hear me?
Yep. You know it, man. You know it.
I hold tight.
Yeah, man. It sounds like they still messing with it though, you know?
Okay. Let me try this. Tornado Richmond. Tornado drill, my fault. Shaq. Let me figure this out. All right, I got it.
New this morning, Virginia usually has.
All right, so basically, they said we had a tornado drill here, right?
That shit's okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, here we go.
It is severe weather week here in Virginia, and today's focus is staying safe in the event of a tornado.
Gotta be ready. Brendan King is live with the details of the statewide tornado drill that's happening today and why it's so important. Good morning.
Good morning to you both. The drill is so important because lives are at stake. You may remember back in September 2018 in Chesterfield County, Ronnie Bishop, sadly, he was killed when a tornado hit his workplace. That is why the experts say participating in this tornado drill is so important.
think it's extremely important because people are working 40 hours a week, and they're going to be at these places of business for 40 hours during their week time every week. And more than likely, that's when these types of things are going to occur.
Let's keep going. And that is Jason Elmore. He is the Chief Agency Spokesperson with the Virginia Department of Emergency Management. VDEM and the National Weather Service organized this Severe Weather Awareness Week. That means every school, business, workplace, and family across the Commonwealth is strongly encouraged to participate in the statewide tornado drill that is at 9:45 this morning. In March of 2023, we caught up with Sarah Burnham. She is the assistant principal at Greenfield Elementary. This is in Chesterfield County, as she led their tornado drill.
Just making sure, again, everybody's comfortable with the procedures to keep emotions at bay and to make sure that everybody is staying safe and knows where to go, knows the expectations, knows that there's adults around who love and care for them and that are here to keep them safe.
Elmore says it's all about making a plan during a tornado. Do you know to get to the lowest level of your house in an interior room away from windows? I can also tell you the website, vaemergency.org, has some really good resources available for you to stay safe during severe weather. So again, Virginia's statewide tornado drill set for 9:45 later this morning.
Brendan King reporting for us. Thank you. New members play for free at
Oh,
That's weird, bro.
yes, we had a tornado drill. That's one thing.
So they're trying to say that a tornado could hit? Is that where a tornado hit or something? What are you trying to say?
They did. Actually, a tornado did hit in Orlando today.
Wow. Interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah. Now, check this out. Send you some information right here. Okay, I sent it to you, yeah. Pull it up, yeah. Hold on. Okay. Why didn't I even put it up? Oh, maybe I know why.
Who contracted the virus have experienced what's called long COVID. That's when someone gets those symptoms for months, sometimes even years. We still don't have an approved treatment for long COVID or really even a simple way to test for it.
NBC News medical contributor Dr. John Torres joins us now with more on this. Let's start right there with long COVID. What are the symptoms of it? And so many people still dealing with it.
And that part of the problem with long COVID is the symptoms vary person to person, and there's a variety of symptoms. And essentially, it's 3 months after getting COVID. If you still have these symptoms you can see here, then you probably have long COVID. You want to get checked out. And it could be anything from difficulty breathing, fatigue, migraines, headaches, joint muscle pains. The problem is the symptoms aren't very specific. They're very diffuse symptoms. And so people sometimes go sit around for months and months going, something just doesn't feel right. Could this be long COVID? And those are the people that definitely need to get looked into.
We said that as of now, anyway, there's no way that we know to just cure this, but what's the best way to treat it?
So there's no way to cure it. We have no specific treatment. So they treat the symptoms and they look at what's going on. And part of that also has to do with mental health treatment, like as in, let's see if we can get you to live with what you have right now, because we don't know how long you're going to have this going forward. There's a lot of research going on, and that research is hopefully going to be pinpointing some symptoms. But the research honestly has been lacking over the last 5 years because it's a new thing, something we didn't really know about. just trying to catch up to it right now, including the government as well.
So 5 years ago today, we didn't really know what social distancing was. We were debating over whether we were supposed to wear masks, and we were quickly figuring out how to work from home. So as we sit here today, are we better prepared for the next pandemic?
The question is, we didn't know. Like, why were they having us do it if they didn't know, right? See?
What did we learn?
You know, I think we are better prepared, and there are certain things we learned during the pandemic. Remember flattening the curve. Remember that. Remember the Diamond Princess, the cruise ship that had to go airport to port, couldn't go anywhere because they didn't know how to handle it. Well, I think we've learned how to handle things, but I know that we found out pandemic after pandemic that our memory is very short, and we're getting into that time period where we're starting to forget those lessons. And so I think the important thing is not just for us, but for the government and civilian entities and everybody to remember that lesson, the lessons we learned, and say, let's go back and make sure that those lessons are beefed up. And sure, do we do everything right? No, we didn't do 100% right. So let's figure out the right things we did. Let's figure out the things we didn't do quite as correctly and make sure moving forward, when this happens again, not if, but when this happens again, we're ready.
Doctor, also could I ask about vaccines? Two things here. The breakthrough that an mRNA vaccine was and how COVID essentially kind of like sped up the production and the use of a vaccine like that, but also the vaccine skepticism that's sort of kind of taken root here post-COVID.
And unfortunately, those two went hand in hand. We had this vaccine come out. It was amazing how quickly they came out with that vaccine. But when you look at it, it was actually 10 years of research that caught up to the pandemic. And then in the pandemic, it was just that perfect timing of being able to get that vaccine out within that year. But then that skepticism started, and that distrust of the health community, that distrust of the government, that all started. And I think part of that has to do with social media and being able to get that information, the misinformation and disinformation out on social media very quickly.
Misinformation, isn't that where that came from? You never really heard those terms until all this stuff came out. You notice that? With the propaganda.
And it's harder to counter that because it's hard to counter a negative, and it's hard as a physician to say, you know, we live in a gray area. They're putting things in black and white areas, and people listen to that. And unfortunately, that's where that misinformation came from. That's an ongoing battle.
It's hard to believe in 2020, all we wanted was a vaccine, and today most people don't get the vaccine. It's kind of mind-blowing.
And what it is people get more scared of the disease than the vaccine. And this,
once again, they're putting their political, why are you putting your opinion in it? Why would you? That has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? They're over there talking about, once again, people aren't doing this and that. You're not supposed to be doing that. It's supposed to be neutral, right?
Case that's flipped a little bit.
Over here advertising.
Yeah. Totally. All right, Dr. Torres, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Great to have you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news.
All right, now.
Propaganda.
You saw that, right?
Yep.
Now, it's 11-3 or 3-11, whichever one you want to put it.
3-11.
33, right? Now, they just told you the stock market just crashed, right? Or $4 trillion got wiped out the stock market. That's what they just told you, right? Well, didn't that happen with COVID before?
Exactly.
Same script, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, right. So, same script. Now, you know what? I will say this though. Back then, they didn't used to lay off on the airlines, right? Now they laying off. Like, look at this. Now, as I told you before, they're gonna start doing a lot of things because, like I told you, the shareholders was going to, get their way with Southwest. Southwest, who was always known for their baggage claim, right? Southwest was an airline where you would say, hey, look, I don't want to pay for a bag fee, and they wouldn't do it. Well, May 28th, the day after Memorial Day, now they're gonna start charging for your bags. Pull up Southwest Airlines.
Bam. You know it.
baggage claim, baggage fee, my fault. I'm gonna pull up the article for you.
Baggage claim, right? Baggage claim, you said?
Baggage fee.
Oh. Damn, this nigga. Everything's money, baby. Everything is money, baby. Here we go.
A lot of passengers might be upset about this.
It's a huge change. It's not taking effect for several more weeks in May, but we reported on this back in September when the CEO, Bob Jordan, told us that bags would remain free, and they knew it was a priority along with fares and scheduling. Let's take a look at what this means. This is certainly a pinch in the Southwest effect, high quality at a lower cost the airline has been known for. With this change, only Southwest's most elite Rapid Rewards A-list preferred members, it's a mouthful, passengers who book their top-tier business select fares will receive 2 free checked bags. Frequent flyer A-list members, Southwest branded credit card holders, other select customers to be determined will be allowed 1 checked bag. Everyone else will be charged for bags for 1 and 2 for flights booked on or after May 28. Now, we're still waiting for some confirmation on exactly what that cost would be, but I want to turn it over to Bo Evans right now. He's live from Left Field Airport, Bo, with more information from the company.
Yeah, Ashley, this is a major change for the company. It's not just a break with their 54-year history. Like you said, it's a break with what CEO Bob Jordan told us just last September. Now, Jordan said in a statement today, we have tremendous opportunity to meet current and future customer needs, attract new customer segments we don't compete for today, and return to the levels of profitability that both we and our shareholders expect. We will do this all while remaining focused on what's made us strong, our people, and authentic, friendly, and award-winning customer service only they can provide. Now, that's quite different than what we heard from Jordan last year.
It was very clear our customers put very high value on Bags Fly Free. It's very well known. And the revenue trade wasn't positive either.
This is the second break with company tradition that we've seen so far. The first being the announcement that they will have assigned seats for customers, and now today the announcement that we will lose those 2 bags flying free. Now, this is a developing story, and we will be here covering it all day right here and on our website. Live at Dallas Love Field, Bo Evans, CBS News, Texas.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that was their competitive advantage.
Wow.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out.
All right, hold tight. Hold tight, guys. You got to show something right here.
Here to live now from Fox. I'm we head into a
Oh, God, my bad. Sorry about that. I was thinking about something. Yeah, dude. Everything's about money, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Now, I told you, check bag and little fly free. Now, this is very interesting about Southwest because Southwest will begin charging fee. Now, Southwest has recently struggled from activist investors to boost profits and revenue. They reached a truce in October with hedge fund Elliott Investment Manager to avoid a proxy flight, but Elliott won several seats on the company board. So look up Elliott Investment Management one day, and you go look at them. Like I told you, anytime I show you something, I like to show you the corresponding article if I get a chance, right? Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. but you just got to go look up the information, okay? Now, the airline announced last month it was eliminating 750 jobs, or 15% of its corporate workforce, in the first major layoffs in the company's 53-year history. The job cuts were scheduled to be mostly completed by the end of June, are part of a plan to slash costs and transfer the company to a leaner, faster, and more agile organization. Their stocks rose more than 9% on Tuesday. Well, their stocks rose, but they're cutting people, right? They said they started charging bag fees of $1.5 billion a year, but cost the airline $1.8 billion. Lost business from customers who chose to fly Southwest because of the generous bag allowance. So basically, what they're trying to tell you is that, hey, look, by letting you fly for free, we're losing money. So we're going to start charging you now. That's basically what they're trying to tell you. But we laid off a lot of workers at the same time. So, and the investors told me to do that. So Southwest, they're right there in Dallas. You got any complaints, call Southwest Airlines. Shaq, what do you think about this, Shaq?
Damn. That's wild.
Anything to say?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
No. It's not crazy. It's right on schedule. Peekaboo got you again. Right. But yeah, that's how it goes, right? So speaking of that, all right, let me find something else. All right. I got to figure out what to send you now. I got a lot of stuff I got to talk about. I got to figure out which one is the right one for you. Damn, Frank, my mind getting a little fragile here. Okay, I got it. I got what I'm saying. I know what it is. Since I'm reading Texas, since I was talking about Texas, since they're in Texas. All right, it's a company called Last Euclid. No. I got it.
My bad.
No, you. This ain't nothing to you. It's a company called Last Nuclear. No. I'll put it up on the thing. This thing might be hard to find on YouTube. I tell you what, I'll put it up here. Forget it. I ain't going through all that trouble. Let's see here. Get that Southwest Airlines out of here.
That's all about money, man. All about money, bro. It ain't about the customers no more, you know?
Last Energy to deploy 30 micro reactors in Texas for data centers. As demand for data center power surges in Texas, nuclear startup Last Energy is now announced plans to build 30 micro reactors in the state's Haskell County, Dallas-Fort Worth metro complex. The reactors will serve a growing customer base of data center operation in the region looking for datable carbon-free energy. The plan marks last and the latest project to date in a significant step in advancing nuclear power as a viable solution for high-density computing infrastructure. Texas is already home to 340 data centers, which is crazy. We got more in Virginia than Texas, and Texas is a bigger state, but it's whatever. Google is increasing its data center footprint in Texas. While OpenAI Stargate has announced plans for a new facility in Abilene, just an hour south of last energy plant site. The company notes that the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area alone is projected to require an additional 43 gigawatts of power in the coming years, far surpassing grid capacity. So that would mean that your power grid might go down, perhaps. I don't know. But so it's here there, but I'm just letting you know, right? Now, what are the data centers coming with? mRNA, mass surveillance, and also crypto. So that's what these data centers for. A lot of things, just name it. To help remediate, Last Energy has secured a 200-acre site in Haskell County, approximately 3.5 miles west of Texas. The company has filed a grid connection with ERCOT, which plans to deliver a power via of private wire and grid transmission. Additionally, Last Energy has begun pre-application engagement with the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission for an early site permit, a key step in securing regulatory approval. So that's Last Energy right there. You can look it up right there. Hey, yeah. It's right there for you, man. So I don't know what to tell you, man. This is getting kind of wild. But it is what it is, right? Kind of crazy, isn't it, Frank? Matter of fact, it's very crazy. Let's see. But that's the data center thing. Let me pull this up.
Yeah, see, here we go. You know, everything is for the agenda of the elites, man. Everything is to gain profit, you know.
Now, this is kind of funny. As I told you that they always have fights in Congress. Didn't I always say that? I always said that, right? Oh, here it is. I'm going to show it to you. Donald Trump once called Mitch McConnell's wife crazy. Now she is appointed to head the Kennedy Center. I mean, to the Kennedy Center, my fault. Chinese lady, by the way, or Asian lady, whatever she is.
Interesting. Is it all political theater or what, man?
That's Mitch McConnell's wife. She gonna be on the Kennedy Center now.
Is it all political theater or
what? Trump wants to primary Thomas Massie. But Thomas Massie, like him or not, is the lone no vote. The House passed a resolution condemning anti-Semitism.
Excuse me, y'all. Sorry about that. Uh-oh. Here it is.
The House voted 421 on Wednesday to a solid 7-page resolution that calls on the government to do all it can to protect Jewish or individual organizations to combat denials and distortion about the Holocaust and defend the rights of all Americans to practice their faith without fear of violence. Even the squad, often criticized for votes that are seen as insignificantly supportive of Israel, if not anti-Semitic, voted for resolution. As a practical matter, who doesn't believe that the systematic discrimination of individuals, Jewish or not, is worthy of condemnation? Well, the case so often in Congress, at least one person does. Wednesday evening, Representative Tom Massey exercised his prerogative to stand apart from his colleagues by voting nay. It was the smart words of one MSNBC performative contrarianism. 8 other Republicans didn't vote on it at all, but this is the only guy that didn't vote on it. And as a matter of fact, it's funny now that he's in Congress and Trump. This is the guy that Trump is trying to primary to get him out of the seat. Very funny, right? But now,
Let me turn this up. Yeah.
So the one guy who didn't support the resolution is actually
Democrat. Right.
No, he's not a Democrat. He's an active Republican, actually.
Well,
he's not a Democrat. He's actually a Republican. Out of the state of Kentucky. Now, he doesn't want to vote in the spending bill either, the new continuing resolution. What he's saying that Doge has done some good things, but he was like, he doesn't want to vote on the spending bill because of some fact of you give him $400 billion to the defense industry, and he's saying that it would keep on funding the government. So they're talking about a government shutdown on Friday, possibly, or whatever. Now, I find it funny that, there were, I think it's 2 other Republicans on the fence, but I think they're going to vote for it. But they're throwing him out there. Now, it's funny, though, because he did, I think, a couple years ago, vote for the continuing resolution with Biden administration to keep the government going. But obviously this time he didn't do it. But he has videos out there. He's saying the Israeli lobby is too powerful and things like that. So it is what it is. But I'm just telling you that it's mighty funny that you got the guy who's saying that the Israeli lobby is too powerful. And right now there's a massive push, even by Ted Cruz, who's out of Texas. He said anti-Semitism had no place in the United States. That's what Ted Cruz says, right? Yeah, right. So there it is. But I'm just saying.
Wait, so Ted Cruz?
Yeah, Ted Cruz.
He's against the two or for it?
Ted Cruz is one of the most staunch Zionists out here.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And then Rubio, all the motherfuckers. Right.
So, as a matter of fact, yeah, I told you what they. I mean, like. You sent me something earlier about the thing of the protests on the college campus or whatever, right?
That's a hell of a psyop.
It is a psyop, but it's kind of like a perception thing too. Because what they're doing is it's a very sinister game here. Because you're going after these students, right? My thing is, you just trying to give perception to people in the public that, we do not want you to protest and say to Israel under no circumstance.
Facts.
None.
Yeah, right.
Right. Bar none. And I told you months ago that when you got Trump or Kamala, it didn't matter because both of them supported Israel and they were going to work on having that. This is a growing thing to stop this around the world. So it did not matter who you got in office. Right. So there you go. As a matter of fact, actually, probably in a rare thing, actually, I probably would say that on the Israel thing, you probably, even though Kamala Harris did the same thing, it would have been more like covert. They would have done it under the snows. Right? But with Donald Trump they're going to do heavy-hand design and they're going to try to really stop that. So that's the only problem about it. Like I said, that is not free speech. That is really way out of bounds. But I already told you before the even guy stepped in the door that they had already passed the rule to put Jews and minority-owned small businesses anyway, which I don't know how that should. Never mind, that's another story. That was even bullshit. But
and it's like retaliation with the dude too, but it's like crisis acting and psyop, like you said, but it's perception is picking and choosing who they want to censor, basically, and why they want to censor. That's how I take it. And then now, they're trying to have the dude. Now they're saying he's locked up with ICE and all this. Like, what does ICE got to do? Now, dude, okay, so let me get this straight. Now ICE is involved. And now this dude was an illegal immigrant, right? And that was protested. But how did they even find this dude? How did they know? I don't know, bro. It just seems like, but it's definitely, like you said, it's a message. No matter what crisis actors are involved, it's a message. We gotta censor who and why we're gonna censor you. Something. I mean, we're gonna go after you for certain, you know what I'm saying, messages, and that's to protect the creed people, man. Straight up. Right? You notice they're not going hard on censoring people for any other reason, right? Than this.
Yeah. Now we were talking about ICE, and you had asked me some questions about, the Attorney General and these people going after anti-Semitism. Remember you asked me about it?
Mm-hmm.
And then you had mentioned something about Pam Bondi. So here go Pam Bondi right here. Lobbying for wealthy special interests in foreign governments poses serious conflict of interest. Right here. She worked at Ballot Partners or employer as a partner. And she lobbied for the groups, including corporations like Amazon and Uber, government contractors like private prisons, and the government of Qatar. She lobbied for the Geo Group, a private prison company that has faced criticism for safety violations, including providing inadequate health care and poor management practice. These actions have negatively impacted the welfare rights and incarceration of individuals and immigration detainees. And the Geo Group stand there in hundreds of millions of dollars during the Trump administration. ICE is the largest source of revenue. She also lobbied on behalf of Qatar, earning $115,000 a month. Now, so I said, let me go look this up again. And Pam Bondi is a sorority too, Just putting it out there.
Oh, she in a sorority?
Yeah, she's a sorority.
Of course. See? It ain't just on the black side, it's on both sides, man.
Yeah,
sure. Some of these people.
Right here.
Damn.
Right here, Open Secrets. You can go to her. She was a lobbyist hired by 16 clients in 2019. Ballot Partners. Yeah, all these are Ballot Partners. That's the same group that Susan Wild's under, but yeah, that's a lobbying group, man. You had asked me something about her. Bankers Financial Corp, General Motors, Geo Group, Major League Baseball, even U.S. Institute Against Human Trafficking. So let's look up the Geo Group here. What is Geo Group here? Now I tell you what. Let's pull up the Geo Group itself. Let's get rid of all the As a matter of fact, I think she's a Jew too. This is the Geo Group. Evidence-based retaliation, substance abuse. They all cross the spectrum of diversified correctional and community reentry services. This is what the GEO Group is. Yeah, so that's the GEO Group. Hey, what's up?
Yo.
What's the word, my good brother?
How you doing?
Living.
So yes, that's who they are. So you asked me about them, so I just said to me, give you some information on them. So there you go. That's just part of the deal there.
Who you on? Your girl, old Pam Bondi, huh? They say she might be out the door, huh, BJ?
Maybe, but y'all don't think she out the door because she'll start Zionist.
Well, never mind. Never mind.
We had a tornado drill down here today.
Huh? Here we go.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you something. What's Chak is? Is he still on? Man, this wind here, man, this wind been so crazy, man. They said the wind was so crazy here. A lot of these cheaply constructed houses that they build now by these wetbacks. I don't know what kind of material they use. I'm fighting my contractors now. They said people houses was shaking from the wind. I don't care if you had $100,000 house to a $400,000 or $500,000 house. Now imagine we get hit with a hurricane.
That's a good question.
So I don't know what's up with this wind.
Well, they say it's severe weather awareness.
Hell, they had a fire alert for us. Talking about watch out for wildfires due to excessive wind speed. Isn't that something?
Wait a minute. Actually, you know, I'm glad you're on because out there in Texas, they building these 30 in Dallas actually with Chak. And Chak come back to life. Yeah, because actually Dr. Lee was playing it earlier. So they're gonna make these data centers, but the data center AI, the energy used to build a grid is actually more than the state can supply. It was kind of crazy. But
how that's gonna work?
I don't know. I just found out that Texas got 340 data centers. Virginia got 450 or 470.
Yeah, I see they trying to make us data hubs, right?
That's all over the U.S. Ain't just everybody.
Oh, just okay. Not just Texas, not just Virginia.
No, they trying to do this all over the country.
Everywhere, I got you.
That's why they grazing down all these things. Like I was asking the guy a couple weeks ago, I said, "What the hell? They grazing all this stuff there?" He's like, "Hey, look, they're gonna build some apartments and they're gonna build some data centers and stuff like that."
Oh wow!
I think they're gonna tear that. Matter of fact, I think they're gonna tear down that Arthur S. Center and put something over there.
Yeah, you said that. Well, they doing something, BJ. Because think about it. I mean, now I do agree with them busting up the government because a lot of these government people don't do nothing. They starve, they don't do. I'm talking from the city, state to local. I mean federal, but that could be another place for them to put them hubs at. Data centers. You know how they do Bitcoin mining? And like Bitcoin, Chak know about that. I think he used to work for a company that had a building that did them mining. They can make them buildings in the data center.
Yeah, their data centers are actually part of what do they think? Stargate thing. mRNA jabs, cancer jabs. Bitcoin mining or crypto mining, and what's the other one? Data surveillance. So you get a 3-bag punt. You get a 3-bundle solution. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm actually glad you're on because I actually needed a woman on this segment because just last week, they did admit to you that the synthetic things that women put in their hair are causing cancer. They came out and admitted. Nice scathing report. Yeah.
Wow. Not surprised, BJ.
Came out and admitted it. I mean, I'm not surprised, but actually, to tell you the truth, as a matter of fact, come think about it, now they saying that women, actually, Dr. Lean put it up earlier, women are having menopause at 30 and 35 now.
I saw that article. Yeah, I saw that article. Oh, wow. Was it this week?
I sent it to you today.
Did you send it to me?
Mm-hmm.
I heard it somewhere else. I don't know if it was on, probably was on X, because they was talking about it on X. They had an article about women going in the middle. Wow.
Butterflies disappearing, all that.
I'm telling y'all that where the bees at. When last time you seen a bee? You
I
don't
don't know,
even know. You barely see off and yellow jackets and what was those? What was the black ones called?
Bumblebee.
Not the bumblebee.
Yellow jacket?
Not the yeah. You don't see yellow jacks. But the black. They black. They look like wasps, but they black. They do the little mud thing.
The hornets?
Double dabber. When they build a nest, they build it with like mud. It be like hard dirt mud. You don't see them no more. They black and they look just like a wasp. Double dabber.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't see them no more. You don't see really yellow jackets no more. Barely see walls. He right. You don't even see nothing flying by the lights. No, remember fireflies?
Yep.
I don't really see fireflies. No, remember growing up, fireflies be all over there. Moths, fly. You don't see, man. I'm seeing them dead birds again too. Have y'all noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no bird flew to me. That's 5G.
Well, come think about it. I did see about 6 or 7 o'clock the night before it got dark. It was like 6 deers outside up the street in the field though, hanging out. They saw their car ride by and they started to run. So I ain't want to run because I want to take a picture of them nice little fawns just hanging out. So I stopped and I just hey yo, I had a funny day today with damn stuff, man. I did some crazy shit, man. Look. I was sleeping, man. I kept the car on or whatever. So I went in the building and shit. And I came outside. I said, damn, this car hot as shit. What the fuck going on? Man, I forgot to cut the damn push down on. I said, yo. So I was like, man, I said, yo, this is crazy, right? So I forgot to cut the push down on. The car was just hot as shit. I mean, I guess he just had to, I just like, whatever, fuck it. I was like, but it is what it is. Hey, look, it was 70 degrees there. It was fine. So it's okay. But but no.
It's hot now. It's that cold here. I don't know what's going on.
Well, they did say in certain parts of the South, you're gonna have wind, warm weather, and then certain parts you're gonna have a blizzard. So they call it severe weather awareness week.
There you go. Are we surprised?
No, I'm not surprised. Actually, to tell you, I'm actually kind of like actually not surprised though. I'm kind of like more like I expected this to happen, but I will say this wind and stuff like that is kind of crazy. For us, I was playing the video for because I tell you this, they want to get rid of this guy. What's the guy named Thomas Massey?
Yeah, what is going on with Thomas? I don't like him. You know why they don't like Thomas Massey, BJ?
I know. That's what I tell you. What I know, and as a matter of fact, they don't like him because he said that he don't think Israel should have all this power, but that
absolutely. Well, I just don't. I'm telling y'all now. I don't know if y'all be on X. I don't know how long this Israel thing gonna last because so many people going in on it. I mean, it's now. I thought your boy BJ, because you was like he from the small heads. I don't think he is because he showed propped up Whitney Webb books Alex Jones, they got a documentary on these talking about these small hats doing all this killing going on.
Yeah, you talking about Carol?
Yeah, Ian Carey, he with your girl, Whitney Webb.
Well, yeah, but then he went on Joe Rogan. He called her unhinged too. So
really,
yes, that's why I said he.
So wait a minute, hold on. Somebody playing both sides.
That's what he doing. He popping my algorithm without even me looking for him. So I'm like, that's how I knew you popping my algorithm.
Wait, he did what?
If they popping my algorithm without me looking for him, that's why I say, hold on, why this guy keep popping my
Oh
algorithm?
yeah, put him. Oh, cause you be talking about it, so they gonna associate with you with him. And
So that's how I know, because that's why I told Shaq. That's why I told Shaq the other day. I said, Shaq, when you're on these phone calls, what you got to do, you got to talk about 5 different things in a segment in a different time, because if you don't do it, your algorithm come on when you go on the phone, something that you said just gonna come up.
Of course,
that's how you know. So
yeah, you saying basically trick the algorithm.
Yeah. It's something still you're gonna talk about it. Like it's something gonna still come up. But if you stay on it for a long period of time, that's how I know. But I know he went on Alex Jones, and then I realized when he went on Joe Rogan. Now that's when that's what Cynthia McKinney was talking about. Joe Rogan is the guy to bring all the double agents on. Joe Rogan, yeah, because they ain't inviting her on Joe Rogan. She talking about Israel.
No, they have not.
They ain't gonna. So, as a matter of fact, Miss C, the thing about Massey don't want to vote on this continuing resolution, because he's saying he don't want
to. Yeah, I saw that.
Well, he's saying if you serious about cutting government, you wouldn't be adding $400 billion to the Defense Department. I mean, the defense spending, especially for AI projects. Now, they don't really need Massey to vote, but Massey is the one who they had a resolution to pass anti-Semitism or something, and 420 people voted for it, and he was the only one who didn't. So that's why they talking about primarying him or whatever. As a matter of fact,
so you think he gonna run for Mitch McConnell's seat?
Maybe matter of fact, speaking of Mitch McConnell's wife got a job on the board at the Kennedy Center.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, she Asian, ain't she? But as a matter of fact, yeah, because I was telling Frank that this thing down there at these colleges, you got with Cruz talking about anti-Semitism, no place in the United States, and all this other crazy mess, right? So that's what's going on down at these colleges. So I said,
I heard the judge is not trying to prosecute him. The judge is saying why he should be, why y'all arrest him and all that, because he said something against Israel. So the judges are really siding with him, the guy, the protester.
I agree with that, and I
agree with it too.
But here's my thing. I already told you they tried to put the iron stamp this thing, because the video I sent you, because she told you they tell you take a pledge, and if you don't take the pledge, we're gonna find a way to either get you, or we're gonna make your life hard for you. That's how it goes, right? So but they are now. Like I said, the thing to me is it's a big side, but what they're doing is they're really trying to make it so you won't speak about it. As a matter of fact, this girl. Now check this out. This is a first for me, because I was trying to show this video yesterday. I might have to try to put it on Facebook or something. This girl named Catherine Austin Fitz was putting up a lot of stuff, but it's like I went to Rumble and I looked at it, and then I tried to go back in it, and it said Earl 404 cannot found. Rumble is taking video down or some crazy shit, right? Crazy shit. Because she was breaking down the thing about this, a lot of things. She broke down a lot of stuff about Doge and all that. So she just was saying that this is really a way to get the technocrats in, so they can do everything to a chatbot. Because a lot of things
I agree with that.
They're using the AI chatbot and actually take it true.
Sure.
With the they keep on talking about these plane crashes. So I said, let me do investigate these plane crashes. And I said, okay. So they're trying to get Starlink to take over the FAA. That's what that's really about. Yeah, because they had another plane crash in Philadelphia the other day or some shit like that. Another one. I said, come on, man, really? They had a wildfire in New York.
Now this starting to be kind of staged now. Hold on now. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Exactly, man.
I mean, DEI ain't just start overnight now.
Exactly.
Come on now. Yeah, this I don't know about that.
That's
what the DEI king, Larry Fink. That's why last week when Trump was on stage, he did say American company bought 2 ports in BlackRock, 2 ports in Panama, but they didn't tell you it was BlackRock.
It was BlackRock.
Media in on it.
But
so how was okay if he said he was taking back the Panama Canal because he was Larry Fink was in with the Panama Canal when China, trying to circumvent the United States, rocking with the Panama Canal with China. So they didn't let Larry Fink flip the script and buy the Panama Canal. Now, what the hell did Marco Rubio go there for? I thought we was taking that back over. Didn't Jimmy Carter sell it back to Panama for $1?
I told you a couple weeks ago, Larry Fink.
Why the hell did you let BlackRock?
Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you about it. Because you brought it up.
No, I'm just saying, why would y'all let BlackRock? Man, we being played here.
I told you BlackRock a couple weeks ago had made more money since the election. Now check this out. I heard him say 2 ports, but when I pulled up Larry Fink's report, Larry Fink, how many ports did he say he got, Frank? He said BlackRock controlled 44 ports.
44.
You lying.
He only 44
ports around the world.
What?
We fair.
How is that even possible? How do you let a private entity control some ports? So he can shut that down. He can say, well, hell, y'all don't want to take the kill shots that we giving y'all. So we going to shut the ports down. Ain't no food, no goods or nothing coming through here. Am I correct?
So I'm telling you, the thing with China, they probably was saying that, but that was a diversion to let Larry Fink back. Because then they'll come and say, oh, well, it's better for Larry Fink.
I got what you're saying, BJ.
It's better for Larry Fink to buy it. Would you rather Larry Fink buy it or you rather China buy it? So, and then people will say, oh, yeah, well, and now a lot of people who.
But a lot of people don't like BlackRock, but okay.
But now they try to say, well, maybe we should change that too. That BlackRock was one of the guys who brought you DEI, so it's kind of like
that's what I'm saying, man. See what I'm saying?
Remember I said this because Larry Fink told you just before the election. He said, "Look, we don't care if Trump or Kamala win. We win.
Did. I remember that.
He said we win regardless."
Yep.
He said we're gonna get our way because they're $1 trillion empire. So, matter of fact, they were 10 trillion. I think they get up to 12 trillion now.
Wow.
They're moving on up on the east side or the west side, whatever we want to call it. But I said, damn, I thought you just talking about them 2 ports. He came out and said in the interview, we got 44 ports. He said, what are you talking about? Small time. We already had 42. We're just getting 2 more. And he said they purchased from a company called C.K. Hutchinson. That's the name of the company, C.K. Hutchinson. So yeah, that was Mr. Fink. Hey, look, I just kind of looked at it like, but because I told you this is what they do right now. They just want the private investors. All they doing is saying, hey, look, you know what?
Okay,
we're gonna make the function in the government AI, replace people with AI chatbots, and we're gonna give the private contractors all this money. They look like Southwest Airlines. What I just reported on them, I just showed it a couple minutes ago. They laid off 1,700 people, but Southwest Airlines been known for years to say, what do people fly Southwest for? You know what they fly Southwest for, though. Hey, y'all don't got no baggage fee. Well, guess what? On May 28th, they're saying, you know what? Fuck that. Our shareholders said we got to give you a baggage fee now. So we're going to charge you for your baggage now. Oh, yes, after May 28th.
There you go.
So they laid off 1,750 people. But then they said, you know what? We're going to change that. Because the corporate had to say we're losing $1 billion a year by not charging you bags. So guess what? Because I charge you bags now.
Yeah, it's what economy bags. So they got to do whatever their shareholders tell them to do.
Yeah.
See how they work?
Yeah, but and then it's gonna cause people. Now I'm gonna tell you something about Southwest because Southwest is Southwest the one that you gotta do the what is that? Like the one way you do one way in and then one way out because I've came in with
Yeah, you can
Southwest.
do the one way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, that's right. Because I had
Yeah,
to
you can. Mm-hmm. They got a lot of one way flights. That's true.
Okay, yeah, that's the one. Because I remember that Southwest you could do that differently than other companies.
Sure.
So yeah, so that's the thing with Southwest. It always is, you know, you don't have to purchase round trip at one time. But
Sound like a scam, baby.
Yep.
Money grubbing, man.
Yep.
Everybody taking
Yes,
advantage
sir.
right now, man.
Yes, sir.
It's a dog pile. Remember the dog pile? Everybody jump on one motherfucker. Everybody dog pile on. Man, I'm telling you.
I like it though. But you know, like I always tell people, hey, look, people just watch it because I'm telling you, people, if that Southwest can do that, people will start flying on the flights now. I think they got a new flight, one that's gonna fly from, is it New York to Richmond or something, like a direct flight or something. I gotta look into it because I think I mean, like these flights, man. I just told the guy the other day, man. You know, all this stuff with these planes, it's kind of funny. Now you got, I mean, I just coming home today, man. I just see it all types. I see there going somebody fire truck out, two people that hit each other at the damn railroad track. I said, how y'all even do this, man? What's going on? They hit each other at the railroad track at the yield sign. I don't know what's going on. We'll tell you this is going on though. I do know one thing. They've been racking up a whole lot of tickets around this junk with them speed cameras they put in the school, man. They've been racking up at this junk. I'm telling you. They've been racking up.
Scam alert. You know what I'm saying?
But hold on, Frank. I gotta see this, man. No, let me see if they done let me they'll let me do it now. Hold on for a minute.
Okay.
See, you got a woman on here. So
I saw your I don't even get their notifications anymore. Real estate mindset. They said people bought houses here in Texas and the prices shot up with the taxes 3,800%.
See that? You see what I sent you, man?
Yeah, I follow them. I don't even get their notifications anymore because I signed their petition. You know, they supposed to be suing the guy Rex, I forget his name, the older guy on there. He's supposed to be suing the HCADs here in Harris County and a couple of them in the state of they going after the government to sue them how they've been cheating us on the property taxes and the school district. Yep, taxes they charge. We've been getting ripped off. I thought about them a week or two. I said I don't even get their notifications anymore.
That's weird. See, because they
They shadow banning them, huh?
They shadow banning. They putting out
Yeah,
the
they shadow banning them now. Yeah.
If the narrative was different, then they wouldn't be shadow banning.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they shadow banning. Wow, that's crazy. 3,800%.
I thought I'd send that out to you. Send that out to you, man. That's
Yeah, I saw some guy, older guy. He said his taxes shot up to he like 80 something. And he living on the home, you know, he bought his house in the 90s, so I'm sure it's probably paid for. He talking about his insurance shot up to $16,000 a year.
telling you, man.
You know, they did that to my house. Tried to shoot my shit up $12,000. And they not coming out to your house. They flying drones now. Oh yes, sir. Look it up.
you know what? I'm glad
They not coming out. They flying drones just like I did insurance on this. Even though I'm suing the builder that rebuilt my house, they did that straight through a drone. They doing inspections through the drone.
That's some lazy shit.
I agree.
Why can't you just go out to that motherfucker, man, and do like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Cut corners.
But that's how they getting people on their insurance rates.
These motherfuckers are sick, bro.
I know.
Now here we go right here. Let's see. Because I will pull this up. Here you go. Let me see if it works, Frank. If it don't work, I just got to send it to you back again. Here you go.
Yeah, they messing with your
about synthetic hair used in popular protective styles like braid extensions.
For many Black women, braiding with synthetic hair extensions isn't just about style. It's a go-to for protecting and growing their hair. But a new study from Consumer Reports is raising serious concerns. They found 10 products contained ingredients that can cause cancer, and most of these also contain lead.
NBC News Daily anchor Zinclay Esamoah is here with more. Zinclay, good morning. So this is a pretty alarming report. Walk us through what researchers found and why it's such a big concern.
Hey, good morning, Joe and Savannah. So alarming really is the right word. As you mentioned, they looked at 10 different products from multiple companies, and the findings were that 100% of these products contained carcinogens. Of course, carcinogens have the potential to cause cancer. 9 out of 10 contained lead, and all of them, 100%, contained VOCs, or volatile organic compounds. All of those, of course, known to potentially cause and have harmful health effects. If we put that in context, just look at the state of California. That means that 9 out of 10 of these products exceeded California's maximum recommendations for allowed lead by 600%.
Hold it, man. Hold the fuck up. Allowed lead. Wait a minute. Allowed. Come on, man. Really?
None of it should be allowed, right?
Oh my God. Yo, this is kind of crazy. So wait a minute. All right. Fuck it. Hey, look, all right, man. Let me talk to the woman, actually. All right, Dawson. What is allowed lead? What the hell is allowed lead? I ain't know no woman want no loud. You want some lead in your hair? Come on, man. This is kind of crazy. Allowed lead. Come on.
But see, that's the thing. So that's basically what they saying. When they let this stuff come in through these imports, they not checking. Because that's what you got customs for, right?
Mm-hmm.
They should be checking. Yeah, they should be checking for that, do that. But you think they care about us? Can't keep all this stuff in your hair. Or what you have to do, see, what some beauticians doing, I know what we used to do back in the day, we used to soak the hair in vinegar. So if any chemicals, anything was in there, you can get it out. But it doesn't matter. We shouldn't be putting that shit all in our head anyway. Every now and then it's okay to use. But, and you could tell there's something wrong with it because, you know, when people be itching and scratching their head, they tell you now that it may be from the forms of chemicals in the hair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if they talking about this real Brazilian hair versus synthetic hair. How the hell you know? Did you see the Brazilian they cut the damn hair off of?
You know what? Frank, she got a little point there because I'm going to tell you something. If you ever, it's a wild shit. I really think it's a wild shit up. If you ever had sex with a woman or laid down with a woman at night and she just got her hair done that day, sometimes you can smell it in your pillows after the night. I'm just telling you, you really can't. I mean, if you put a whole lot of dye,
you can smell it.
You can smell it. And actually, sometimes I can tell like it smells like kind of like a sulfur type smell. It really does. Like that's how I say you can. If you got hard pressed and flat iron and all that, and with different amount of chemicals, you can smell it. If you fall asleep and you wake up in the morning, this is real shit. I mean, it's just what it is. That lets you know. You ain't got to be a woman to know this. You can be a man to tell it. That lets you know that something could be a little off here. Just saying that something with the chemicals. If it's smelling like that, that also means that it's probably in your body, getting in your pores and you know, fucking you up. That's what I'm just saying. I mean, because it's right on top of your head. That's your brain. So. So.
Damn.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you can. So just always know that sometimes like the stuff they put in, like it's like no different than you going to a basketball court playing outside and guys drinking beer. Well, if a big guy drink beer and he plays basketball in a game, he's a beer for it. So what the fuck? But that's your body either exuding out or whatever. Now, I'm just gonna tell you, for the women who don't work out now. This is for the women who don't work out now. First of all, I'm gonna tell you something because I don't deal with it. Oh, I don't like BJ. I don't like to sweat. It makes me feel bad. Well, you need to open up your damn glands, please. Thank you very much. Open these fucking glands. What you a pig or something?
You don't want to see it because you don't want to get your hair See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? America most unwanted. See what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, I had a little conversation last week with a nice lady, and she was like, "VJ, what's going on with me?" I said, "I don't know what's going on with you."
What?
You gotta ask the question.
Oh my God.
Yeah, ask her what's going on with her. She was like, "Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right?" I said, "I don't know. How you can call somebody and ask what's going on with you?" She was like, "Well, I'm not ugly." I said, "Okay, what's the point?" She was like, "Why is it why do you think it's so difficult for me to find a man these days?"
I just said a
So
lot about
I do her and shit. No, Frank, it ain't funny. I just told her, I told her, look, baby, it's like this. If I got to tell you this, and a girlfriend don't tell you this, I'm in the goddamn wrong business. I really shouldn't tell you this because I can tell you, but I don't know because your girlfriend probably could have told you this. But then I told her I don't know your girlfriend. Like, well, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. Ain't you been married before? She's like, yeah. I said, and she was like, yeah. I said, why you get him? Why you get rid of him? Oh, I didn't get rid of him. I'm just tired of dealing with him. Oh, so you still married? Okay.
He probably left her ass. I've been hearing a lot of these men and a lot of my homeboys, boy, they've been leaving and divorcing these women, baby. They horrible. They are horrible. They horrible.
Well,
and Shaq played on his line with Kendra G. Lady, you stay single. That's all. That's gonna be your best bet. You just
African scammers.
Let me tell you how retarded people is. Y'all sitting up there listening to that lady. Ain't none of y'all even asked her how many relationships she even been in. She ain't got no kids, right? Not to knock nobody who ain't got no kids, because of course a lot of people take care of their nieces, nephews, and all that. I mean, I got a kid, but I've learned to raise my nieces too, right? When they were young, my sister was working a lot on her husband. But anyway, y'all taking advice from this lady. And she go in on that brother like that because that brother said he was trapped. Was you there? Sound like you mad you weren't getting the penny. I don't know.
Yeah, that was funny. You see that? How she was shaming dude, but if it would have been the other way
That
around.
wasn't right. That made me mad.
Like, damn. He was like,
That's why I say everybody I told Shaq long time ago. I say, Shaq, watch they come out the woodworks trying to be a Kevin Samuels 2.0.
You see that?
Yeah, that's some crazy shit.
All of a sudden, these women, you're right. All of a sudden, these women are dating advice and got dating.
Yeah, but y'all took the brother out who was doing it, and replaced him with the sister, the DEI sister gal.
Refinance your home.
And everybody keep calling her dingy and dumb like a dodo. She isn't that bright.
I'm gonna say something about these women though. Actually, with this though, it's kind of weird though. On the flip side though, because I'm gonna tell you something. As I told Shaq and Frank, these women actually, really, to be honest with you, some of them living private lives, and I think some of these motherfuckers got men. I think they fucking capping. When I'm looking at it on a different deal, their job is to influence other women not to do it, because I'm like, come on, man, really? Some of these motherfuckers is fucking around with men. They run the game to these other women that do it because they called influencers to influence them. The problem is they get regular people to go believe this dumb shit. I'm like, yo, y'all really believe that shit? Like, yo, these motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm like, yo, you look here, man. Come on, man. You really listening to what's this clown name? What's it Kendra G, right?
Kendra G.
Then you got another one. I forgot the other one name. There's so many of them out there. Because I'm looking at, like, when I listen to these, what they call these relationship talking women, I be looking at them. Hold on, man. So all this worked, right? You say it worked, right? Well, if I got a woman telling me this, something you doing ain't working. All right? Somebody lying.
Good point.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, we got I'm just telling this a funny shit. We got what you call coming here in a couple weeks, in 2 months though. So we got Tim Tebow coming here. Yeah, he coming here for some Christian conference, something crazy.
I can have that.
But hey, look, you know, I will say one thing about the churches, man. Man, get ready for Easter Sunday.
Money on the money.
There you go, Frank.
I was talking to Chak a couple of days ago, and I was just, this is some crazy shit. We talk about, sometimes you just look at the tattoos these women got, right? And you just be thinking about this shit just come in your head. So one day, I saw the young lady with a tattoo of a mermaid in her arm. I said, dang, you going swimming today, ain't you? She like, what are you talking about? I said, hey, she like, you got a mermaid, don't you? She like, oh shit, I don't even like swimming. I just always dreamed about being a mermaid.
Wow. Wrong woman saying that. Wow.
Right.
And they wonder why these kids coming out the way they coming out.
Well,
they all fighting at the rodeo and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, my son showed me the video. Then the girl, my son told my mama, just look at her. Because the girlfriend was on there speaking in the mama, but they had their face blurred out. My son was like, Mom, look, they got the mama face blurred out, but she got a bonnet on her head. And you wonder why your son got his ass whooped. At the rodeo. Then I saw another video, grown women up there. I guess they were skipping the line. All they
With a zero
wigs flew out.
cost mortgage.
Did you see that? Yeah. All they quick with they up there fight at the rodeo.
That's embarrassing, man.
Thank you, Frank. That's why I say this is sickening and embarrassing. At the rodeo, really?
What does that say? What does that tell you? What does that say? You know what I mean? There's a lot.
No, it just shows that, hey, look, they just saying that, hey, look, this is what we portraying. Because I'm like, look, man, and he says at the rodeo, right? Now, it kind of like my homeboy told me a couple weeks ago, like, this type of shit used to, like, would not be tolerated, right? Like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But at the same time, look, like I told you, they've been building like a lot of apartments everywhere, right? And you realize a lot of these apartments, you got to be some wild shit going on, because I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. They like $1,500 apartments, but you be like, wait a minute, I grew up with you. I say I didn't know you lived right. I mean, I never have a problem with it, but I didn't know, what it is. But then I look at it, you see it on the job, you see it here, you see it there, right? Like I told you the girl with the mermaid, but you got women with tattoos in the hand. Back in the day, I used to see guys with tattoos or tears on the face and shit. These mothers now, they got tears everywhere, right? So, I mean, women got the damn tears now. They got the tattoo right here, right there, right here. I mean, like, yeah, what's up? I mean, look. Now they vaping. The women vaping. Oh, by the way, this came out another report that told you vaping actually can cause, your arteries to short circuit, And by the way, as that video Dr. Lean played earlier, they got cancers of the heart now. White.
I saw that. You know what? I heard that somewhere else. When them jabs came out, they was finding tumors in people's heart. Go look at that article, BJ. I remember that.
Yep. And as a matter of fact, today is actually 5 years to the day of when they announced the shutdown. 3/11/33. If you do 33 times.
Did I see what I just sent you about the RFK and Sean Hannity? Sit down.
Oh, you talking about the
That
thing
should
with
be. You know what, Frank? Somebody tried to say something or make excuse about RFK talking about okay for people to take the
measles?
yeah, the measles, right? And then somebody gonna say, well, give him the benefit of the doubt because he said, listen at this shit, boy. They make excuses for these honkies at every turn. Well, give him a break because he say he has a worm in his brain, and sometimes if the worm turn a certain way, he say one thing, and then if the worm on the other side turn the other way, he say another thing.
Wow.
I say you got to be a damn fool to believe some shit like that. And if he got a worm in his brain, he don't need to be nowhere near the White House. I mean, I know that dope messed him up and everything, but God, dog.
No, look, I know what you're talking. She talking about Dr. Lee because he's saying that he flip flap and 1 minute he say this and 1 minute he say
yeah,
that.
he flipped that, but they had some white folks talking about don't be hard on him because he said he had a worm in his brain.
Yeah, that's what they saying, right?
I say,
yeah, they give because giving him back because he white, right? Like you just
there
said.
you go. That's why I say these honkies, they will make an excuse for them.
But what happened with Dr. Lee was telling you, because in his Senate hearing, I watched his hearing, and he actually said that he won't go against that measles thing. He actually said that. And I said, wait a minute. And he also got now he did, talk about vitamin A and some things you could take, which is okay. I understand that, but at the same time, that if the product is off the market, but you got to remember this. Now, remember this, people. All you got to do is see who the large investor in the measles vaccine. One of them is Merck. Merck. So Merck is a big time pharmaceutical company. So yeah, but actually, my thing even with the measles was not that. My thing with him was the CRISPR technology, which is the designer babies and things like that, because that's what they are really getting into. They're getting it. Matter of fact, they got a survey out right now. You can pull this shit up. Is it okay for a person to have a dating partner that's a robot? They got a survey on this. This is last year. Yeah. So would everybody like to have?
You saw them pictures with Elon with the robot, with the woman robot, with the baby growing in the robot's stomach.
Would you? Yeah, I want me. You know what? I need. I might need a next thing they got actually. Well, look, the dogs they get really sick.
We so far from nature. It's and you gonna kill off. I don't care what race or culture you're gonna kill off your lineage. You're gonna kill off your lineage because it's not. If you're not procreating and all that, creating families, you kill off your lineage, your community, you kill the school system. I mean, that's still part of the depopulation agenda. Because see, everybody listening to when they go on a date now, they listening to Kendra G, the Ding Dong Dodo DEI hire because I've been told Shaq, a lot of these people on social media, man, these people getting paid, man. They can been paid to push these agendas, just like I kept telling y'all about BLM and them protests. I said they on the payroll. What did everybody find out? They was hiring for them on Craigslist.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna say this about these. Now she was talking about depopulation. Now here go the thing. Now this depopulation thing is actually kind of deep on another level because, like I said, even the CRISPR baby with the Donna baby, this IVF thing they're doing, that is kind of depopulation. Like you actually talking about having babies, but you got women actually talking about, I want to what do they call it? A baby, with
blue eyes and shit.
Yeah, so that's kind of like on some depopulation too, because you
I want my kid to be 6 feet 10 feet tall and shit.
Yeah, like
that's
imagining the dream. So really, to tell you the truth, it's gene editing, which means that in all actually, you might be saying about having babies, you're having a new type of baby. And really, they tell you the truth, that baby is really, to be honest, just is a soulless baby. I'm just telling you, that junk is soulless. Like you might not even be connected to that baby because
yeah, a lot of them ain't. Look what happened with Khloe Kardashian went up there and had that in vitro or whatever. Because Tristan Thompson, do you blame the brother? Shouldn't have had the first one with him, but I guess they put the hex on him. But he wasn't fooled twice. But anyway, she ain't got no connection with the baby. Her mama taking care of the little baby now. Yeah, in vitro for frozen eggs. When a woman have a cycle, that mean the egg died. I mean, how you gonna freeze dead eggs? I mean, I'm just saying. So how you know that's that egg going? Man,
I
see, you can make a lot of money off of people dumbness and ignorance. You can make a lot of money off people, who not intelligent and who is lady. If you have a cycle, that means your egg dead. It didn't get fertilized. Okay, you freezing the egg. You freezing a dead egg? No, I'm not. I don't.
Wait, this is another woman topic. So you got a woman line, man. Have a woman topic. Here we go. You know about this very well.
For your health, when we talk about perimenopause and menopause, typically we think women over 40, but a new study suggests this is not the case, and it is happening earlier than traditionally thought. Dr. David Geyer is here to break down.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Women can do if they feel like they are experiencing some of these symptoms. Thanks for being here.
Oh, good morning.
So what kind of did this look at? And when I was reading this study, I mean, we're talking like women 30 years old.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, this wasn't that surprising because it surveyed, I think it was 4,400 women 30 and older. And as you would expect, as the women got older, they had more symptoms and they were more likely to go to the doctor. But then when you broke it down by regions, 30 to 35, 36 to 40, that was what was surprising. 55% of women 30 to 35 met the criteria for moderate to severe menopause. 64% from 36 to 40. But so that's surprising. But then when they went to the doctor to complain or talk about these symptoms, averaged 56 years old. So they either didn't recognize their symptoms or were concerned or didn't feel comfortable talking to their doctors. And that's what I thought was really surprising about this.
Yeah, it really is. And especially 30 years old. I mean, you're talking like prime childbearing years, right? And then facing potential menopause. I mean, that could throw a real wrench in people's family planning. What kind of things do people need to be on the lookout for?
Well, and that was, I think, the other part of this I thought was interesting. So that what we typically think of as menopause symptoms, the hot flashes, the night sweats, were typically 51. That's about when they peaked and older. It was more the mood and mental health things, the depression, the anxiety, the irritability preceded some of those symptoms. And so those could be signs, hey, it's at least worth talking to the doctor, go through the scale of menopause symptoms, and then that might tip the doctor off and even you into things, the vaginal dryness, the sexual libido decreases, the urinary dysfunctions that soon precede that again, even in your 30s.
And there's also a couple other things that, hormonal things that can come into play that can kind of, preempt some of these menopause and perimenopause symptoms. What's your advice for women out there kind of thinking, maybe this is me? They obviously need to talk to a doctor. And I understand the issue of being embarrassed about it because it's like you don't expect it, but it is so important so you can get the care you need.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about, you should go talk to your doctor with a lot of the things we talk about here, but it's more than that. It's yourself recognizing that, hey, these are things at least worth asking about. Again, you don't typically think of depression, anxiety, irritability as potentially menopausal symptoms, or just some of the physical changes. Again, the vaginal dryness, the urinary things, worth bringing up because it could be a sign of something else. Even if you're still in that phase where you're having the menstrual cycles, maybe they're starting to get a little irregular, to tip your doctor off. Maybe we should start following this, as you mentioned, in what we still think of as reproductive years.
So basically they're saying that women are, having early menopause in their 30s now, unfortunately. Not good. Not a good thing at all.
Mm.
I gotta let women speak more on that than me. You know, I know about it. I mean, I done read some things about it, but I let her speak on that more than me.
Women talking about the
That'd
hot
be the
flashes.
right thing to do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I let women talk on that more.
We gotta talk to your doctor about what. Hell, that'll be new to a doctor woman going in menopause in her 30s. Why don't we try to find out what's causing it? Them jabs?
That's what I be saying. It's like you don't tell us the problem, the root of the problem, but then you want to report on it. It's like,
Yeah, why all of a
Now-
sudden it started happening? What came out new? I'm telling you, what we used to do is go patient come in the hospital. First thing we do the assessment. What did you eat? How long this problem been going on? Did you take something new? Did you do something out of the norm? I mean, you asking all these questions trying to get down to the problem, you know, what has caused the issue you're dealing with. Now, for a large group of women be dealing with that, the only thing that came out was them jabs, okay?
Here go another thing they ain't talking about right here. This oil tanker crash. Talking about the news ain't really.
Yeah, they had an oil tanker crash in the evening, something like that.
Today?
Yeah. I think it happened yesterday.
Okay. Well, that little boy love to be on the young line. That little boy he got. Oh my gosh. He gonna be called too.
You see that?
What's the name at? The audio from the show.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't got no audio. That's kind of crazy.
Damn, look at that. They said it was a military. But see, who runs the psyops? The military, don't they?
Yes.
A military ship hits a but then the whistle see.
A disastrous collision off the coast of England, sending smoke billowing into the sky as jet fuel poured into the North Sea.
So Long has collided with tanker Stena Immaculate in the outer anchorage. Both vessels are abandoning.
The US-flagged Stena Immaculate oil tanker was anchored 15 miles offshore when a cargo ship punctured its hull, releasing highly flammable jet fuel that a U.S. defense official tells NBC News was being carried for the U.S. Navy. The cargo ship, the So Long, had just left Scotland for the Netherlands. Among its cargo, according to Lloyd's list, 15 containers of sodium cyanide, a dangerous compound used in mining and manufacturing. Exposure to it can be fatal. It's not clear if any of it ended up in the water. The Stena crew forced to abandon that hulking tanker about the length of a city block. At least 36 people from both ships were brought to shore, including all Stena crew members, according to the company managing that Stena ship, Crawley. Ernst Russ, owner of the So Long, saying one of their crew members is still missing. Collisions like this are rare, so how in this day and age could this happen?
This morning it's been very foggy, so I would imagine that at that time when the accident took place, that there would have been fog.
But even with the fog, navigation technology is designed to avoid situations like this.
Modern ships have anti-collision systems, they have radar and so on.
Ship location data from marine traffic shows the So Long moving ahead as the Stena Immaculate remains anchored.
The So Long should have avoided it, and it would be down to incompetence on behalf of So Long. There is no reason why in the 21st century two ships could collide.
With the crew accounted for, experts hope the pollution can be contained. Downing Street saying the cause of the collision is still becoming clear and an extremely concerning situation. Danielle Hamamjian, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay
Why do they
updated
always
about
say the same thing? They don't know the cause of it. It's always the same.
Well, you know something, it's cyanide. You know something, I was in the store the other day getting me some pumpkin seeds and prunes or whatever. Guy walks up to me and he sees he was talking about, what is it? Almonds and chips and stuff got a chemical called cyanide in them, bitter and sweet. He was telling me, I'm like, okay. So he was just saying that, I think he was eating chickpeas or something. He was just bringing it up. So he was just talking about a lot of stuff that in there you get cyanide poison out of a lot of these foods too, sunflower seed oil, stuff like that. That was kind of, so yeah, cyanide is actually, I think cyanide what they used in Georgetown with the Jim Jones thing actually.
Right.
Yeah. But that tanker, I mean, hey, it's an oil spill and the water can be screwed up. Put it like that. I'm just
Yeah. You see how they didn't say that? You see how they didn't say that any of the oil spill got into the water?
The wildlife can be fucked up. Sure. That was one thing they didn't put out there. They talking about the tanker. What's gonna happen to the animals in the water?
Man, I'm telling you, bro. And they was like, it's it's rare that this would happen. That's the whole point. Why did it happen? And how did one ship with cyanide on it and one ship with the damn oil collide? Like, what's the odds of that? Both them two, you know what I'm saying? Chemicals, like, come on, dude. Cause an explosion, right?
When I was in Baltimore a couple weeks ago, I saw that bridge that was down, whatever, it's still just sitting there.
Right. Same kind of scenario, right? It was a cargo ship.
I saw it. And this week, I think I'll be in Hampton. They're having the MEAC there. But like it's a lot of stuff going. Like I told the guy the other day, like, look, people just gotta, you gotta just watch this stuff because, like I said, right now, that stuff like that, see, this water is pouring. That's what I told the guy. You talking about jumping in the damn river. You know what's in these rivers now? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. What's in these rivers, man? You don't know what's in these rivers, right? Now, I was looking at something the other day, talking to Chak. Chak, come back to life.
He woke up from his nap yet?
I don't know yet. Wait, I got this one segment dedicated to him. But it's good. Brazil, let me say something. Brazil, we were talking about Brazil earlier today, and they've been saying that Brazil has a large outbreak of AIDS and something like that. I said, well, wait a minute, man. Now, hold on. I said, maybe true, probably is, but it's a large indigenous group of people that live in Brazil. Now, I mean, are they being poisoned? Probably so. Yes. A lot of things going on. But I was looking at this the other day. It's very funny. These European countries don't usually report their HIV numbers and all that. Notice they do that in other places, but they don't really report their numbers on HIV and all this stuff, right? And I be sitting there saying, well, damn. I know you got a lot of I know they got some gay men in France. I know they got some gay men. I know they got some gay men in Israel. Tel Aviv, especially.
How they not reporting that?
They don't report the numbers, right? So, my thing is, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up again. They always, after I say so, they always come back and take it down. Brazil AIDS rates. What is the Brazil? What is the Brazil AIDS rates here? Man, they encourage to put no new. Now they say in Brazil winning against a new strain of AIDS virus discovered 9 years ago, and all this other stuff. The battle against AIDS is failing. Top 15 global ranking age and let's just do this. No. AIDS in Russia. See, it's so right. There it is right here. They say.
In the old colonial center of Salvador, they're practicing capoeira, the martial art brought here by slaves centuries ago and disguised as a dance to fool their Portuguese masters. This city is the heart of African culture in Brazil. When AIDS arrived in Brazil, it was a rich man's disease in the southern cities of Rio and Sao Paulo. Salvador in the northeast and far from rich has been spared the worst of the epidemic, but the virus is spreading here. And as more women are infected, more children are born with the disease. According to official figures, around 800 children and teenagers in Brazil developed AIDS last year.
My name is Diana Lima Pinoche.
Now wait a minute. They said developed last year. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Boy, man.
Really, man. This is they said developed. I like that look, brother. Now, the reason I played this thing in Brazil because they got a strategy to break to end.
5 years ago, the U.S. government unveiled a plan to end the HIV epidemic by 2030. More than 30,000 people are diagnosed with HIV every year in this country. This is not a problem for any single community, gay or.
See, look at that, look at that, look at that. And see, there you go, right there. They trying to end the HIV epidemic by what? 2030. Right. See that?
Straight, that's important to note. Almost a quarter of Americans are infected through intimate heterosexual contact. Medication to prevent HIV infection through sexual contact, known as PrEP, is 99% effective when taken as prescribed. But as CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder reports, not everyone at risk for HIV is getting that message.
Step up.
You may have seen the commercials.
Descovy for PrEP is a once daily prescription medicine that helps protect against HIV.
But weren't sure what PrEP was all about.
Would PrEP be a good option for me?
LaTanya Wilkins said she never knew PrEP was for people like her, even after she'd had an HIV scare.
I was dating a guy, and while we were dating, he found out that he was living with HIV.
And when you went to get tested, no one talked to you at the time about PrEP?
Nope. I, at the time, I hadn't even heard of PrEP, period.
Wilkins didn't start taking PrEP until years later.
I thought PrEP was for gay men or trans women. I didn't know that I could take PrEP.
Now she tries to educate others.
Make sure they have the resources to take with them. My conversation would be, girl, you heard about PrEP. And girl, you take some PrEP, that's the added peace of mind.
It's true for PrEP.
The FDA approved PrEP medications in 2012. But more than a decade later, the CDC estimates only about a third of the 1.2 million Americans who could benefit from PrEP medications.
All right, so look, here's the reason why I said I played the thing with AIDS, because I understand. See, they play a thing in Brazil, and then they say they got a plan to end HIV by 2030. Right.
Wow.
Come on, man. Right. And you say you get it through sex. And they say, oh yeah, but it also spreads among heterosexual people. Yeah, whatever. Glad they know everything. I'm gonna play this. Let me go even drink water right now.
Have been prescribed them. And a closer look reveals a stunning disparity. Among people considered at risk for HIV, 94% of white people are now on PrEP, but less than 13% of Black people and less than 15% of women are getting PrEP.
I started Sister Love out of anger and frustration that nothing was happening.
Dazon Dixon Diallo founded a women's health advocacy group in Atlanta some 40 years ago because she saw that Black women like Wilkins were being left behind in the fight against HIV.
I know I am HIV possible.
Messaging and advertising about PrEP has only recently been tailored and targeted to Black women.
I'm a wife, a mom, I'm polyamorous, and I PrEP.
How many people we get tested for HIV?
Dixon Diallo and her team also stress the need to normalize conversations about sex and HIV and to be what she calls sex positive.
We want to acknowledge that people have sex
positive.
And that just like anything else that we engage in, there are risks.
Science and education brought about a dramatic decline in the number of new HIV cases in the United States. But a case now before a federal appeals court could limit insurance coverage for PrEP. Some employers argue that they shouldn't have to pay for drugs that, quote, facilitate behaviors contrary to the employer's sincere religious beliefs.
I know it works because I was in a relationship with someone living with HIV and never contracted the virus.
For LaTanya Wilkins, tough choices may lie ahead. The cost of the PrEP medication, clinic visits, and lab tests averages more than $5,000 a year.
If my insurance provider decides, you know, I don't want to cover this anymore, I really don't know what I would do because PrEP costs more than my rent right now. I have a lot of anxiety about that.
Wow. Dr. Gounder is also editor-at-large for public health at KFF and joins us at the table. Really good to have you here. I think this story is really interesting because I think most people aren't even aware that HIV is still an issue. They certainly haven't heard of the drug PrEP. So what should people do if they're at risk? What kind of factors should they take into consideration?
Well, people who are having unprotected sex, so not using condoms every single time they have sex,
they're at risk.
And if they have a partner who has HIV or they have multiple sexual partners who have not been tested for HIV, or if they've had an STD in the last 6 months, those are the folks we consider to be at risk for HIV and who may want to get on PrEP.
And why? Now, let me tell you how much bullshit this is. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up.
Yo, man.
This is so much bullshit. Look, now they kind of told you. Didn't they tell you 94% of white people take PrEP? Did they not tell you that? They did say that, right?
There you go. But you saw who they had on the video and the face of it. There you go.
Now, wait a minute now. So that's why I was using, because Brazil has a large indigenous population. They say Brazil is one of the places in the world with a lot of AIDS or something like that. Wait a minute. Hold on. If that's true, then why would they tell you that 94% of white people is on PrEP? So that's going to show you that got to be a damn lie then. Because why you taking PrEP if you ain't got nothing? Come on, people, think.
I'm a fact.
Think. So, obviously, and I think they even said it was a rich man's thing in Brazil too. And they did, I don't know too many rich people in Brazil, but I'm just telling you, so that what that woman say, that PrEP costs more than her rent. That could be, it could be some promotion to here, but what I'm just letting you know is that they told you 94% of white people taking PrEP. And I said, I told you, black gays can't afford this shit. Come on, people. I told y'all that years ago. Black gays cannot afford this shit.
Well, hell, you saw that doing in the 90s when all them black gays died of that shit. The white ones didn't.
Yeah.
My uncle was one of them. He died of it. And then the medicine they was giving because they was rejecting Bactrim that was helping. Dr. Farr Fauci gave them the medicine with the rat poison in.
That's now look, they got stuff like, oh yeah, let me play this story. I just happened to see this story today, and this is some wild shit. I know this might sound kind of wild. I don't know about this one right here.
Only on 2 tonight, a funeral home employee criminally charged for a disturbing case in Houston. An embalmer accused of mutilating a corpse.
It's unfortunate because it makes us all really look bad.
Now KPRC2 is asking questions tonight about how something like this could have happened and how you can make sure it doesn't happen to a loved one.
When someone dies, there's some dignity that should be left.
Well, a licensed Houston embalmer is wanted after investigators say she cut off a man's private part before cremating him. She's been fired from her job, but tonight there's also a warrant for
Y'all wrong. Let that lady make it now. Let her make it. I think she shouldn't be charged.
It's a wild shit though. I never seen it.
Damn.
Guzman is off this week. KPRC2's Bryce Newberry has the details you'll see only on 2 and the warning before your loved one is laid to rest.
The allegations here are rare and disturbing. This embalmer is accused of stabbing this dead man twice in the groin area, then cutting off part of his private part and putting it in his mouth. Investigators say it all happened after she learned about his past. At Memorial Mortuary on the southwest side, it's a situation that no family would ever want to hear about their loved one.
This was a vicious, brutal attack of a corpse. The person's already dead. It's kind of shocking even to me.
Licensed embalmer Amber was accused of using a scalpel to twice stab a man in the groin after he died of pneumonia last month. She cut off his private part, put it in his mouth, according to records, and told a trainee who witnessed it, "You didn't see anything."
Two troubled lives coexist.
Somebody was there.
This person clearly, our suspect clearly just went off the edge.
Harris County Precinct 1 constable deputies investigated. They say employees were too scared to report her, who, according to records, covered the dead man up with a towel when a colleague noticed the disfigurement. While a motive isn't clear, records show mortuary staff had just learned the victim was a registered sex offender.
How important are ethics in this line of work?
Right. Ethics is everything in this line of work.
Jason Altieri runs Southeast Texas Crematory, not connected to this case, admitting this could have been hard to predict. He says families should be aware of where loved ones will be cremated, feel comfortable to ask questions, and be able to visit and see it in person.
Whether we have, a particular judgment one way or the other, it doesn't matter. We're there for a family, and we have to keep that in mind.
Staff reported the case involving Laudermilk to the Texas Funeral Service Commission. The executive director says it's the only criminal abuse of corpse case across the state in the last 2 years.
Dealing with the loss of a loved one is an incredibly difficult time, and there are predators who exploit this vulnerability.
Families should proactively verify the credentials of funeral homes and directors, he says, using the agency's license lookup before putting someone to rest. Laudermilk has been a funeral director in Texas since 2021, according to records. Now the state will seek to suspend and possibly revoke her license.
It makes us all look bad, and that's the sad thing about this.
Memorial Mortuary tells KPRC2 Laudermilk no longer works there, but declined to provide any additional details, citing a personnel matter and ongoing legal case. The State Funeral Service Commission says investigators will be looking into the business as well to make sure all rules got followed.
Damn, crazy shit, man.
Bro, what's going on, man?
Hey, look, man. Hey, look, man.
How she didn't find out he was a sex offender though? She looked him up.
I don't know. She did like Lena Bobbitt to me. Put the dick in his mouth. Yeah. Oh no, my bad. Lena Bobbitt, the nigga threw it in the river. My bad. She threw it in the river. She ain't throwing it off.
Yeah, these people sick. They talking about this first time it's happened in 2 years, so this is frequent out there, huh?
Yeah, 2 years. I mean, yeah, other people been doing other stuff. Wow.
This is
These
some
people, they
wild
talk about
shit.
us. They talk about us, though, right? They judge us. Look at these motherfuckers.
They right.
Okay. This is
Sex
wild
bud.
shit. This is getting a little book. Hey, yo, I'm not supposed to do no shit like this.
Even when interactive masturbators and fleshlights are used, there will always be a gap between the pleasure experienced and the lack of a real person. All of that, however, might soon change as innovative engineers start fusing AI personalities to lifelike sex dolls, also known as sex robots, to produce the most lifelike object we've ever seen. The sexual delights of flesh-like silicone, unique face details, and the love connection of a human companion are all combined in high-tech AI sex robots. A sexual encounter that can physically respond to its user's touch, interact intimately, and form the impression of a link and personality with its partner has been made possible by this breakthrough. Although they are not cheap, AI-powered sex dolls are by far the most advanced and cutting-edge advances in the realm of sexual technology. Before we proceed, don't forget to the end. Without further ado, let's dive into it. Number 1. Harmony X Sex Robot from Realbotics. RealGoal's robotics division, Realbotics, is the industry pioneer in AI-powered sex dolls and has created some of the most realistic and cutting-edge models available. The Harmony X doll is at the forefront of their research and creation. A stunning blonde bombshell with full lips, supple breasts, and a startling Scottish accent, Harmony is beyond attractive. Her body is fashioned to resemble a vintage fashion model before the 90s trend toward ultra-skinny frames. She has long hair that falls to her bottom and a lovely hourglass figure at the waist that tapers into full hips. The best part about
Let me play this. The fact that they would actually go this far to prove.
Yo, come on, man. These motherfuckers is wild, man.
This gets some crazy Looney Tune shit. This is some Looney Tune shit. But I'm gonna take.
I know the world craft players.
Tell you he calls you orgasm and all them, right? Now, actually, to be honest with you, I would never do no shit like that. But at the same time, hey, look, if you look at the normal person, not the normal person, but I'm just talking about in general, like, it's like, yo, is your mind really this gone? But then again, hey, look, they already done it with the vibrators, the toys, and all that. So they just saying we just going up, a little step higher. So they already prepping you for it anyway. So it's kind of like, right? But I mean, I'm just telling you, this is wild shit. I really should, you know. Hey, look, it's called the sexless revolution. Hey, look, I call the sexless revolution the robot sex connection. Now, what I'm waiting for on both ends of the aisle, one, I'm waiting for a guy I know that has sex with one robot and get his dick stuck in the fake pussy. Same thing with the woman on the other side. Now, Dawson, got something to tell you crazy. The other day happened. I was in the barbershop. The guy, he was talking. And the guy, his buddy had to go to the hospital, Dawson. Bad situation. Very bad. So, you know, some guys like to be supercharged. You know, they say, I want to knock this goddamn pussy out the fucking box. Right? Now, Frank, now let me tell you, hold on, baby. I mean, now look, man, the man didn't have one bagger, not two, had three. Had three, took three at one time. You know, he said, you know, he had, you know, was messing around or whatever, you know. They might might have been married or something, had 3. So he had to go to the doctor. Because the girl he messing with told him, you supercharged. She's like, why won't you go down or whatever? He like, man, I took 3 of these Viagra's, man. Oh, man, they had to take him to the hospital. They had to get him down. By the way, they told him you could have killed yourself, man. He said, man, shit, and they wanted only like 40-something. They said, he was like, I was just trying to take 3. I said, damn, really, teacher, you ain't got it wrong. You might not need to take 3 at one time. God damn, this guy going heavy, dog. What the hell? I really shouldn't ask this to a nurse, but I asked this. What the hell you do to a man like that in the goddamn nursing room until he took 3 fucking bags? What you gonna do with him? Because he kind of crazy, ain't he?
You can have a heart attack.
Well, he had a heart attack that time. And I know one thing. They told him they had to put him. I think they said they had to put him on some blood. No, I don't know if they had to put him on blood thing, but they said they got to do something with you. They said they put him up for emergency evaluation because he could not leave that damn doctor's office. They said we got to do something. They said, why would you take 3? He said, man, I was trying to show that young girl something.
Wow.
I know.
Hey,
Damn.
I don't think it worked. I don't think it worked like that. That fast, golly.
So, the other guy. So
they had to evaluate him. That blood pressure probably that stroke level.
Mm-hmm.
I probably had that erection that wouldn't go down. That happened to my uncle.
Yeah, that's Idea Rich 123. You right, somebody is gonna end up getting electrocuted by the robots, though. That's a true statement.
I agree. I agree.
I'm just waiting for it, actually. I'm waiting for it.
It's
Oh, I've been waiting for that one, Frank. Actually, it happened to me. I just looking at it like, yo, what the hell is going on? Because to me, I already look at it in a certain way. That you got to be sick in your mind to keep doing this crazy shit.
Man, facts.
But I do understand why people do it too, because they're trying to say, here you go right here, Frank. Another interesting article for you. Let's see. U.S. butterflies are disappearing at drastic rates, and they have declined by 22%. I'm waiting to see a caterpillar. I ain't seen one of them lately neither. Are you?
Damn. Hello.
I have not seen a caterpillar lately. Now I got to find this thing. Say when we don't take the hospital or something, huh? Let's see. Yep. Let's see. I gotta find this thing for you. Here we go. This might be it. Oh, this could be it. I think this is it. Here we go. So this is what sugar is, right here. Sugar in the brain is called ADHD. Sugar in the brain called dementia. Sugar in your blood, diabetes. Sugar in your teeth is cavities. Sugar in your skin is aging. Sugar in your eyes, glaucoma. Sugar in your sleep is insomnia. Alcohol kills the sugar, good bacteria in your gut. How to detox from processed sugar. Cut back.
So glutamine,
processed snacks
okay.
and foods.
So those things reduce sugar cravings, okay.
Yep. Yeah, so anything that, you know, diabetes, blood, sugar, brain, dementia, sugar in the children's brain, the ADHD. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things that never always got me with the dentist, actually, because they would say, they think it's kind of weird, man. You know, as a child, you know, what the hell they do with a child? Oh yeah, they be like, what they say in the children, you're a child. Oh, you want a lollipop? They work on your teeth and then they give you a lollipop. This shit didn't even make sense what the hell they did. Why? It was kind of like weird, like, you know, why would you give me a lollipop after that? Like, you just say you done that. Candy bad my DVD, give me a lollipop. Doesn't even make sense. That's kind of crazy. That's what the dentists used to do. Right. Crazy shit. So, I mean, they tell you a lot of bullshit. Right. They say, yes, you know, be good. Do you want a lollipop? Now, if I didn't get it, but the thing they used to put in your gum to make you laugh and shit, and then they trick your ass and all that shit. So, but that's just how it went. I mean, that was life as a kid. Yeah, what it is. That's how life is. I mean, you know, but we just had to understand, hey, look, they're going to get in the cube with sugar. I remember going down to get in the cube with sugar when I was little. Yes. As a matter of fact, one more thing to point out here. So I was talking about officers earlier.
With breaking news. That breaking news as we come on the air. A second suspect is in custody in the hazing death of Southern University student Caleb Wilson. Picked up by the U.S. Marshals Task Force just a couple of hours ago in West Baton Parish. A third suspect, Isaiah Smith, has still not been booked. This, of course, follows the arrest of Caleb McCray last week. McCray was booked with manslaughter and criminal hazing charges. Bess Casterly here with these new developments in this fast-moving investigation.
Michael, both Smith and Thurman were supposed to turn themselves in on Friday. That didn't happen, and officers had to go get Thurman. I'm told Smith, however, will turn himself into BRPD tomorrow morning.
3 men facing felony charges in the death of a fraternity pledge have all been identified. Caleb McCray charged with manslaughter and criminal hazing. Isaiah Smith and Kyle Thurman also facing criminal hazing charges.
When hazing involves a great bodily injury or death, there is a felony component to hazing, and it carries up to 5 years.
According to arrest warrants, McCray, Smith, and Thurman led the hazing ritual that night at this warehouse leased by Smith's father. Each had a specific number of pledges lined up to punch in the chest 4 times. Witnesses say McCray was the one who punched Caleb Wilson, causing him to collapse and become unresponsive. responsive. The group went to check on Caleb, made the decision to change him out of his clothes and bring him to the hospital 10 to 15 minutes after he collapsed. At no point did anyone call 911.
Initial reports indicated that Caleb Wilson was dropped off at the emergency room by a group of males that stated he collapsed while playing basketball at a Breck Park located at 3140 North Sherwood Forest Boulevard. All of those subjects left prior to officers arriving.
It's unclear who came up with that lie, but according to McCrae's attorney,
I'm not sure my client had any part of any communication with any hospital or anything like that, so I can't speak to that.
Now, we've been told that there could be additional charges depending on the results of the full autopsy. Just this morning, the coroner's office told me those results could take several months to come back because of the level of detail in the extra testing that was required on Caleb's body. According to the arrest warrant, the only visible sign of trauma on Caleb was a small bruise, presumably where he was punched. Part of that extensive testing will figure out if Caleb had any pre-existing medical conditions that may have been exacerbated by the punching. Right now, his cause of death is listed as undetermined. Thurman was booked into the West Baton Rouge Parish Jail, where he will be picked up and transferred to Baton Rouge as soon as possible. Michael.
News 2 starts with.
Yep. Great shit, ain't it?
I heard about that story, man. That's wild.
Well, that's how.
These motherfuckers, man, these fraternities, these motherfuckers, man, that's some bullshit. I gotta beat you in the chest so you can get in. That's some stupid shit, boy. You might as well be joining motherfucking gang shit. For that, fuck it. Same type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Liberty.
You may have seen the Alpha Step. The Deltas move with precision. Or the Omegas hop in their iconic gold boots. But beyond the Zeta stroll and the way the Kappas shimmy is a deep, rich history within Black Greek culture.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Dwayne Lewis is a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. He pledged the chapter at Grand Valley State University almost 3 years ago. Founded at Cornell University in 1906, A Phi A was the first Black intercollegiate fraternity to ever exist.
We were birthed because our people had nowhere else to lean on or lean towards.
That's why all Black fraternities and sororities were created.
Just really gave us a sense of belonging, a family.
That family is called the Divine Nine, the number representing all 9 Black Greek letter organizations that center on service and unity, like Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the first Black sorority.
Another exciting piece about being a member is seeing all of the strong Black women who have just like excelled in their careers, in their just their lives.
Some of those AKA women: Vice President Kamala Harris, civil rights pioneer Coretta Scott King, and NASA's Katherine Johnson, who President Obama awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
We really want our focus to be more on what we do for the community.
Same goes for the women of Delta Sigma Theta.
After we were founded, our first public service act was participating in a women's suffrage march.
Like other members of the Divine Nine, Omega Psi Phi was also founded on community, but distinguishes itself with signs, chants, and handshakes that only Omega men would know.
A lot of that stuff spans from us saying that, hey, we have something that we've put together, that we've grown to be able to do together, and now we can share that going forward.
You see, members of the Divine Nine are more alike than they are different.
No matter what is thrown at us, we will always rise to the occasion.
They use that same strength, that same resilience to uplift the Black community, one step from the Alphas, one move from the Iotas, and one hop from the Omegas at a time. Now, with the exception of Alpha Phi Alpha, Kappa Alpha Psi, and Sigma Gamma Rho, the 6 other Black Greek letter organizations were founded at historically Black colleges. And Brian and Sue, I pledged Alpha at Florida A&M University, and truthfully, that fraternity has connected me with so many other brothers here in West Michigan.
Boy.
Look, but see, how does that uplift any of the?
I ain't doing that shit.
How is this uplifting
I ain't
the Black?
doing that shit.
Well, our community. How is this? How is this?
Yeah, I like to see that, Frank. I mean, I've done more in my community. And I ain't pledged nothing. Even though they begged me to be an AK, no thank you.
Yeah, it becoming, you know, this
was when they asked me, I said, well, what do y'all do? Do y'all volunteer? Do y'all what do you do? No, I don't think so.
Now, it's kind of funny though. It's kind of funny though they brought this up because I brought it up because the thing that happened down at Southern University. But mighty funny. Because the brother got killed in the hazing ritual, but that's just
you know what I'm saying?
That goes with the territory. But my thing is like it's kind of crazy because man, they kind of lower his fetch because let's just be honest. I mean, most people in government and all this stuff and moving stuff, they're Masons and fraternities and Greeks and Alphas and all this shit anyway. They really on the lower end because all that really takes you, all that boule thing mean is advisor to the king. That's all it really means. So, but nevertheless,
we not Greek though.
To what?
We're not Greek. All that is Greek.
Oh yeah, it is. I just tell you, yeah, that definitely, yeah, that's like, yeah. I mean, I did. Matter of fact, they kind of told you. They said it happened at Cornell University.
Right.
School, man.
So
you have to bring that another time. If I were to go to rabbit hole with these boys, hey, look, to tell you the truth, because I told you, look, I mean, really tell you the truth. I mean, I know they make a big deal about the KKK and all that, but they really ain't nothing but a fraternity too.
Basically, pretty much.
They make it sound scary, but I mean, like, yo, these are fraternities, like, because they won't tell you that you had 21. I think you pull up an article, they may tell you they had 21,000 Black people in the KKK too. So this thing ain't nothing, man. It's just a fraternity. Masons. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm just saying that, I mean, this thing, like this Cornell University, that's how I mean, that just lets you know. Because notice when it comes to these fraternities, they had these hazing rituals, right? You know, back in the day, I was telling Chak about it. Back in the day, they used to be different because they used to have the brand thing where they put the hot iron and stuff on you back then. They put the brand on you with like a horseshoe or something like that. They really not. I'm not saying they still might not do it, but you don't usually see the brand no more. They started talking about that was like, too brutal or something like that. But that's, I mean, but still, I mean, shit, they still do wild shit now. So I mean, but hey, you know what they call it? I just call it what it is. It's sex magic. Hey, look, Because of me, I got to say one thing. Don't let these AKs and these Omega sci-fi, no, these they do a whole lot of fucking.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Matter of fact, but yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, I ain't got nothing around that shit. Hey, look, at the end of the day, guess what? Everybody well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know because they talk about making babies out of incubators now. But for the most part, if you're not most human existence, everybody got hit through fucking. So it's okay. I have a problem with that. But I do hesitate with this overhype of, oh my goodness, I need to find a sperm donor because I need to buy somebody like me and all this other crazy stuff, all this weird shit. Like we're getting so far on the base of the nation. That's why the butterflies, the birds, and the bees, and everything is going to hell. Even you know what? Even the dogs acting funny. That dogs used to be mean as hell. These dogs like some fucking poodles now. Any dogs ain't mean like they used to be no more. What's going on with these damn dogs, man? Shit, I used to like when look, man. I used to like when I was grew up on 27 and Lothian, and we used to have loose dogs running the street and shit and chase shit.
Oh man.
Walk with you like a little poodle there. You almost gonna look here, man. Y'all, you know why they put leash laws on it? I know why they put leash laws on the thing now. They say because people, no, you know what? Back in the day, people were just picking up stray dogs and taking dogs in the pet. I did it my damn self. Let me tell you something. One thing about it, I'm gonna tell you that all you gotta do, just do yourself a study, Frank. Anybody can do yourself a study. If you really look at it, how animals react to us and animals react to other cultures of people, you all realize animals actually, in some way, treat us better than other people. Let me just pay attention to it sometime. And, you know, like I said, I just telling you, them deers tonight, I was out there. They're like the deers. I was riding on Logan and I happened to see the deers and I stopped the car, and I took a picture of the deers. And they stood there and I stood there. They were trying to run, but if you don't make no move to them, they won't run. Now, then you're trying to hunt them, then they might run. See what I'm saying? So you can always make it. Now, I ain't saying the deer probably would have come close to me, you know, because they might not. But then I don't know. When I was up in the mountains one time, the deer was probably within 3 feet of me. As long as you don't make no wrong news, them animals don't worry. They don't know. Yeah, like I was real close to the deer. So one time. So it depends. It depends on your nature to the earth. You know, your natural earth, animals might not run from you, or they might not run from you as quick. Put it like that. Like I said, we had time down here one time, bear, you know, jumped the cookout and shit, started eating fucking food and shit, right? You know, the bear just came up and said, hey, you know, whatever. And the bear just jumped and shit. So, you know, it is what it is. But so bears, you know, as long as you don't mess with a bear, might not do nothing. Now, I wouldn't tell you take the chance, but you know, black bear, you don't mess with cubs, you might be all right. So, you know, you walk your dog, hey, just remember this. I will say one thing about a dog. If your dog ever got away and go back into the wild, he will revert back to his regular nature because he gonna eat. The question is the Hunger Games. Will the people be able to do the same? I don't know. That's another question for another day. Because we so far in nature, sometimes I think, look at these, that's a damn. The question should be, and a friend always asks me, Bernard, how in the hell do people know what their food really tastes like? The question is, with all this seasoning stuff people put in their food and all this, you really don't know the answer sometimes. And of course, with all the processed and the dyes and all this stuff in there. So that's another question that people got to ask. Do you really know what your food tastes like? You may not. But, I mean, that's just something that people got to think about. But I will say this. People better get it's severe weather awareness week. So watch out for the wind, in the rain, in the snowstorms. Hey, look, When they told me we had a tornado watch, a tornado drill today, I said, what the fuck a tornado drill? I said, what the sun is hell outside? They said, well, they said we're not supposed to be a tornado today. It's just a drill that we're doing for preparedness.
Preparedness.
I'm like, okay, yeah, right. So that I said, let me look this up. I said, okay. And I think it happened at 9:45, but they ain't even get no alert or nothing. 10:45, excuse me. 9:45, your time, Dawson. They had this so-called drill or whatever the hell they call it. I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. Have your drill, right? But I just laugh at it. I just say it's crazy, but hey, by the way, it is what it is. I mean, hey, they did tell you, watch the weather. But oh yeah, for the oil tanker that exploded, watch the water. That's what I say on that one.
Right.
But
you know what I'm saying? Hey, you wanna do me a favor and play that the RFK thing real quick about and him and Sean Hannity and shit?
Yeah, I got you. Hold on, man. I play it. You told me the thing with Sean Hannity.
Yeah, what the hell are they going talking about?
Yeah, what are they talking about? I saw that. I saw you put that in there, Frank.
What's going on, man?
Oh, they was eating fries and shit.
See, it's on the anniversary day of the jab, you know what I mean?
Is that so? Say it ain't so.
So what is it, a celebration or something?
Interesting, Frank.
What are you celebrating? What's going on over here? Why are we meeting up and eating? You know what I mean?
Well, they eating what?
That shit's probably a green screen like a motherfucker, man.
Oh, I ain't think about that, Frank.
You know what I'm saying? That should be green screen and shit. These motherfuckers like
It's the 5th anniversary of the scandemic being declared.
Yeah.
And look who Fox News is doing an exclusive with at the diner. Sean Hannity, total fraud of a human being, with RFK Jr., who looks to be equally as big of a fraud of a human being. I wish you could have just heard the Orwellian rhetoric that went on. RFK Jr. was speaking truth to power for just a moment. He was talking about how getting jabbed for the measles can actually cause all of the same health problems as measles. And he said, this is why we want everyone to have all the information so that they can make their choice. And then he goes, but I do encourage everyone to get the jab for measles. And then Sean Hannity interrupts. He goes, I want to get in here. So you just heard what he said. He wants you to get the jab. RFK Jr. wants you to get the jab. He encourages the jab. And all these people out here lie about him and say he's an anti-jabber, but you just heard it here. He told you to go out and get the jab. And he did right after he explained how the jab causes a lot of problems. And this is exactly what he did on the first day of the year of the snake when his hearing began for becoming Mr. HHS, as he did by the numbers, as we've covered. But yeah, it reminds me of a few years ago when the jabs were coming out for the scandemic. And this creep right here, Sean Hannity, went on this long tirade about how bad it was that you had to get the jabs and it was so bad. And then after he goes, but I highly recommend you go out and get it and get all the boosters because I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Again, I mean, this shows such a joke. All these news networks are a joke. But yeah, if you're out there watching, Mom, look up tonight, March 11th, 2025, exclusive interview with Sean Hannity and RFK Jr. And watch how it went down. It went down exactly like how I just explained it. Till next time, True Seeker. Hey.
Because well, it's crazy because one time, actually, that they said, yeah, I heard about that thing going to beef talon to get rid of the seed oil, but that ain't the only thing in those fries and stuff either. as a matter of fact,
Mhm.
be honest with some people might have to go back to baking their potatoes and stop putting it in grease and stuff like that. But there's a lot of things in there with those. I know people like burger and fries and stuff, but like I say with this thing, they got a lot of things going on with that RFK thing, because RFK he did meet with the Nation of Islam one time, but then he did come out and say I'm for full vaccination, all American stuff like that. So like I say, that's why I say I never understood why the media was trying to paint him as like anti-vaxxer, because he never was that. He never even said that. That's them. But I will say they are grifty on the so-called movement, and they're using it like a ploy. But he, like I said, he did say, say some other things. But my thing is, this thing with the measles, like, I mean, I don't even have measles. I don't remember. I think I had chicken pox one time. I had chicken pox. I had chicken pox. I can't remember shit. That shit was like, hey, look, you stay in the house and blah.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, I can't remember vaguely that shit. But I think I had measles. I might have had the flu once. I think I had pneumonia once. I think I had, yep. I think I had that once. But that's all I had. So I don't remember a lot of childhood diseases. But my thing is, people better watch what they eating and what they drinking, because I will say this. What's that thing called? Like I told you, watch the vaping. Well, I don't vape, so that don't make nothing to me, right? Just watch it. They came and told you it's causing problems. As a matter of fact, speaking of vapor is water. So why the hell you want to put water in your damn lungs anyway? Let's just get real. But this is the way to, I guess, not inhale cigarette smoke. But then they got the shoeless tobacco and all that other stuff. So, hey, man. Hey, look, knock yourself out. And by the way, they always say, what's that song, Frank? Because only you, what's that song? See, no, I'm not gonna play it on YouTube. But if last time they gave me that copyright strike and they had, that dumb shit. They always do, right? They do some dumb shit. They always say, "Oh, we're gonna put you in timeout. Shut the fuck up." Right? I'm like, right. So I will say this. Only you can make yourself happy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all I can say. Only you can make yourself happy. But regardless, it is what it. Talking about his phone got hot, dropped the link. Wait, close out. What the hell?
He that Shaq went to sleep on.
Shaq
into the cat nap and roll back up. He ready to go.
Yeah. Yo, what the hell? Now I gotta figure out what it is.
Wow. Ready.
Yeah. I like it. Really, man. All right, hold tight, man. Hey, look, man, I give Yo. Damn. Hold on for a minute. Damn, what the hell is that damn thing? Dang, man. Yeah, you come on and talk about 5 minutes, man. Shit. Fuck it. I don't give a 5 minutes. Wow. This is kind of crazy, man. This is funny.
That was funny, man. That's hilarious, man.
I know you hope you ain't having your hand. Because if you have your phone in your hand, it's hot. Sometimes you get a hand burn. Watch out now. Just letting you know. It happened to me. So I know. Yeah, just
Man,
watch.
catnap, huh?
Yeah, he had a big catnap. Really, tell you that's good enough for a long night's sleep, man. Shit. By the way, hey man, what's up, man? Oh shit. Oh. Yeah, what's up, man? Yo.
You got them phone behind the motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, what hey.
That ass was asleep.
I just about to get this thing.
Fell asleep on that phone.
Oh, the phone get hot. That iPhone hot than the motherfucker.
I told you, get rid of that thing.
That 5G, man. That 5G shit ain't no joke. That's why I like.
Yes,
it was on the
he
bed.
burned. Y'all remember them iPhones that was catching on fire? Was it? Which ones was it? 8, 9, 10? Which one?
I thought it was 16.
Wow.
Nah, it was a while back.
Nah, his thing just came out. It was ones like
It was one of them ones that was catching on
14s,
fire.
13s, or 14s or something. Because they were catching on airplane and catching on phone
Oh,
airplane.
yeah, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they was catching on fire on the airplane everywhere.
That ain't funny, but it's like, damn, what the fuck?
Yep. Don't be in my
That
phone.
5G ain't no joke. I tell you, bro, that motherfucker is that shit here to burn your ass up. 5G shit, bro. Killing people. Radiation, man. I'm telling you. People don't believe it. The radiation ain't no joke. If you got any problems, you got
Yeah,
that goddamn
you got the radiation in your hand.
No, that wasn't in my hands on the bed.
That damn apple phone.
Nah, I was in the bed.
No.
Nah, I don't be having it in my hand. Be on the bed. But I think the cover was on it. That motherfucker was so hot.
She was smoking them.
Shit.
Smoking like Joe Frazier in the motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
And that's not good though. You really said the iPhones be getting hot like that? That's not good though. Seriously, that's not good. I didn't know that. I really didn't never
Well,
know
all
that.
the 5G phones. No, all the 5G phones be getting hot, especially be on these apps and stuff, man. StreamYard burn it. StreamYard or any of these apps you be on that 5G shit. And that's why this phone I'm on now. It's a Sims the A32. So it ain't a 5G phone, it's a 4G.
Oh, the 4G.
They keep wanting me to update, but I ain't updated this motherfucker in 3 years. Yeah, 4G. 4G Lite. But no, those 5G phones are taking people out. Like, cause people be on them and stuff. They're close to the ears. Imagine that phone was radiating like that. You got it on your ear. Cause I keep some headphones in my shit. And kind of. But yeah, it was something. Damn, did you talk about it was something.
I talked
You
about
talking
the
about
thing with the
sense.
women. I talked about the thing with the women with their hair thing, yeah.
Yeah, that, but it was something else. Frank, did you bring up the stuff that was in the ocean or some shit? The oil spill or something?
Yep.
Yeah, brought that up. Matter of fact, brought it up because it had cyanide in it. I'm gonna play this thing right here because this is one thing I forgot I was gonna say.
Vaping.
Those who vape are 19% more likely to develop heart failure than those who have never vaped before. It's because the toxic chemicals used in vaping devices can increase blood pressure and heart rate while reducing blood flow to the heart. A doctor with Cleveland Clinic says there are symptoms you should be on the lookout for and talk with your doctor about.
So any type of cough or shortness of breath, any chest pain, palpitations, any of these cardiac symptoms should alert immediate attention from the medical field.
Health officials say quit. If you struggle with that, you can speak with the counselor now. A free 24-hour hotline is available at 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Stress less this Thanksgiving by making breakfast in advance. Coming up, a pastry chef shares a simple bake.
Wow.
Yeah, bacon. So bacon is leaked to heart failure. But I actually tell you the truth, you should know that anyway, because if you putting water in your lungs and stuff, you ought to know that.
What about the little kid? What about you want to play a little bit?
I thought old girl had problems, right? The Doja or something. OJ?
Yeah.
What did she? Did she have a problem? Yeah.
Was it Doja Cat? Who y'all talking about? The little the black girl that said something about the black men or something?
Yep.
Yeah, they said Doja Cat. Yeah, she had a problem with the vaping shit a couple years back. And I'm seeing a lot of people do be doing that vape thing, bro. Yeah, you can get somebody can give you a bad cartridge too. Should take you up out of here.
But who's approving
Yeah,
all this shit,
I don't know why people take gallons like that.
I thought they restricted when them young kids end up in the hospital with them lung problems. I thought they started putting restrictions on them different flavors and different type of. Because what was the real popular one that started with a J? Jewel, yeah. They was having a lot of issues with them.
Yeah, they had an issue with them. They just moved the flavor, but the right thing would do to stop the vaping all entirely.
Exactly. You don't know the long-term
Let's be
effects
honest.
on your lung, man.
Profit over health, baby.
Exactly.
Why in the hell would you smoke an electronic cigarette? You gotta be a bald head fool.
A lot of them do it, young and old doing it.
I just don't get it. An electronic cigarette? Yo, e-cigarette.
Young
That
and
nicotine. That nicotine.
everybody got one. I gotta
nicotine.
have one. Shit.
Well, no, the laugh. He laughed out. Gotta get that nicotine, huh?
That's that Humpty Dumpty mentality.
I mean,
nah.
No. Okay.
Nope. Humpty Dumpty.
You said Humpty Dumpty mentality. Look.
What's the Humpty Dumpty mentality?
That shit I played earlier about a sex robot causing orgasm and shit.
Huh?
Yeah, man. Crazy shit. Yeah, I played it earlier, man. Don't worry about it. You missed it, man. It's all right.
Man, these people might as well go ahead. What's up with Gail King? I thought she's supposed to be going to space. I know Gail King's supposed to be going to Mars or some shit.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Damn. These motherfuckers, man. There's so much propaganda out.
Jeff Bezos, was he going to, or he?
I mean, I had to go to
I
Mars
know
tonight.
these niggas never get on this shit. Huh?
And she go to Mars. Let me play this for you, because I just was about to close up, but I'm glad you came back. Because I got that one segment I showed you, because I want you to break it down right quick, since you did break it down. Here you go, Shaq. I'm gonna play it one more time. There you go, right there. Sugar in a child's brain is called ADHD. Sugar in an adult's brain is called dementia and Alzheimer's. Sugar in your blood is called diabetes. Sugar in your teeth is called cavities. Sugar in your skin is called Asian. Sugar in your eyes is called glaucoma. Sugar plus alcohol kills the good bacteria in your gut.
That shit is wild, man. That's a war on people, man.
Hey, you I know it's supposed to be audio or something on this video. No audio.
No, it was just a video. I mean, it wasn't like
Oh, the
audio.
video.
It just
Oh, the one I sent you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the aspartame, but I should have sent you one with the aspartame, bro. Someone who called diabetes, cancer, aspartame.
Oh, that being a lot
They
of
got
stuff,
people out
man.
here. It's a lot of stuff, right? People drinking these zero drinks. You know what I'm saying? Diet drinks and shit. Oh, I ain't got no sugar drinks. Boy, that shit killing these motherfuckers. Damn, man. How they let these motherfuckers get away with this shit, bro? Man, they talking about health. They ain't even just the health shit anyway. Yeah.
See, RFK, we just played the RFK though, chilling with Sean Hannity, doing interviews in a burger spot, a green screen burger spot. You know what I'm saying? They ain't tripping off that.
Man, boy, this motherfucker.
Bullshit, bro. That's what they tripping off. You know what I'm saying? Sean Hannity and RFK. You know, Mr. The people see the news try, like BJ just pointed out. The news always try to front and try to act like he was pro. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? You know, Candy Bar. When he, you know what I'm saying? When he never really was. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But they hyped it up to us this whole time, you know, and then
he was pro or anti?
That he was pro, but he wasn't ever really anti pro. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean? He was anti? So he didn't.
No,
excuse me.
No, excuse me. That he was anti. Right. That he was anti, and he was
right.
Really
That's
pro,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
He's really pro the whole time. It's like,
right.
I mean, they all double talk. It's all double speech. It's all you know, code words. It's you know what I'm saying. It's signs that they throw up. I mean, it's like it's just.
Hey, did you play that one? You need to play that one. Did you not the country Frank, the one with the guys, the pharmaceutical versus the nutraceutical or neuroceutical? So you see that link I sent you? Well, it's a couple days back on Instagram. But dude was like, they taught you about. Yeah, he was like, they taught you about pharmaceutical, but they didn't teach you about the nutraceutical, which is the same thing we've been saying with the Rockefeller, how they switched over, to the current medical industry, toxic chemical medicine versus the more neutral or natural medicine that don't have no side effects. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people don't know this stuff, man. They just, they wonder why things don't necessarily change. The faces do.
Yeah.
The faces in high places may, but the gender's the same, bro. Right. The gender's the same, bro. Hey, but no, you didn't put a video about that the book. What's this shit called? The Bull some family preserve. Bosver. What do you call it? Buverza. Bovers. You sent that link to me.
The Berbers.
The who?
Who was that?
The Boobers.
Who was that?
Boobiers. Yeah, the Boobiers. Yeah.
You talking about? You talking about I know you talking about the Boober family, the financiers to the White House.
Who was that? The financial. Well, who was that, bro?
Yeah, I thought I sent that link to you. That's the one I was trying to find you and send it to you.
Yeah, let me play that. That'd be the last one.
Yeah, play that one.
That'd be the last one.
Yeah. I didn't know that. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a big thing. As a matter of fact,
we're gonna have to cover that first.
I'm gonna play next time.
Yeah, let's you know you really can't believe no slavery narratives, man. Because look at all this other shit that they line us about. You really can't believe that shit. You know they lying to us about that shit. Look, they lying to you about the human diet and the breakfast and all this shit. You know they lying to you about slavery and who you really are, your ancestry. You know what I'm saying? You're indigenous to this country. You know they are.
We played that video too, Chak, of that shit in Brazil And they were talking about all that. I told you about the age thing. Well, guess what they came out and admitted, Shaq? They say 94% of white people is taking PrEP. So that goes to show you.
Who got it? Right?
That go to show you they the main ones taking it. That means they got to be the main ones having it then. That don't even make sense.
Wow.
Here you go.
But they always talk about black people, though. They always put black people in the faces and that shit like that. So-called. You notice? Y'all notice that? Anything negative, no matter what it is.
You've heard the whispers of American royalty and old money. But what if everything you thought you knew about the Bouvier family was carefully constructed fiction? Behind the polished veneer of aristocratic heritage lies a story far more American, one of reinvention, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of status. While you may have glimpsed the glamour of Camelot, you haven't seen the workshop where a French immigrant's calloused hands built cabinets that would one day support the elbows of presidents. You haven't witnessed the quiet manipulations of social climbers or the desperate maintenance of appearances as fortunes rose and fell. You see, the Bouvier saga isn't just about wealth. It's about how Americans create and consume myths of nobility in a nation founded on rejecting aristocracy. Therefore, in today's episode of Old Money Luxury, we invite you to journey through the hidden corridors of power where image and reality collide as we describe the Bouvier family, from financiers to the White House. Our story begins not in the corridors of Camelot, the beloved nickname for Jackie Bouvier's White House with President John F. Kennedy, but in the modest workshops of Pont Saint-Esprit, a riverside town in southern France, where Michel Bouvier learned the craft of cabinet making that would later transform his fortunes in America. Born on the 19th of March, 1792, Michel entered a world still reeling from revolutionary upheaval, the son of Eustache Bouvier and Thérèse Mercier, ordinary French citizens without the noble lineage their descendants would later fabricate. Now, the Bouvier surname itself derived from the old French bouverie, meaning cowshed, suggesting ancestors who tended cattle rather than mingled with aristocracy. As a young man, Michel served in Napoleon's army, marching across Europe in campaigns that ended with the Emperor's defeat at Waterloo in 1815. With France unstable and former Napoleonic soldiers facing potential persecution from restored Bourbon monarchists, Michel fled across the Atlantic to Philadelphia, carrying little more than his craftsman's skills and determination. The immigrant cabinet maker established a workshop on South 9th Street in Philadelphia, where his European craftsmanship quickly attracted elite clientele, including Joseph Bonaparte, Napoleon's exiled brother, and Stephen Girard, a prominent banker whose institution had helped stabilize American finances after the War of 1812. Michael's fortunes rose steadily through commissions like the 24 chairs and conversation table he crafted for the White House in 1825 under President John Quincy Adams, pieces his great-great-granddaughter Jacqueline would later sit upon as First Lady. With typical immigrant industry, Michel expanded beyond furniture into importing mahogany and marble from Italy, establishing himself within Philadelphia's Francophone community while amassing capital for greater ventures. The cabinet maker's most consequential business decision came when he invested in 800,000 acres of Pennsylvania forest land to supply Philadelphia's firewood needs, a venture that unexpectedly uncovered valuable anthracite coal deposits. These coal reserves transformed Michel from craftsman to industrial magnate, with mining leases generating annual royalties exceeding $50,000, approximately $1.4 million in today's currency, by 1840. Michel reinvested his growing wealth into Philadelphia real estate, acquiring over 30 properties between 1830 and 1860, including a Broad Street mansion later sold to LaSalle College. His strategic land sales during the Civil War economic boom, including parcels to the Pennsylvania Railroad, cemented a fortune worth $1 million, nearly $28 million today, by the time of his death. Michel married twice, first to Sarah Ann Pearson, who died in 1826, and then to Louise Clifford Vernou in 1828, whose father, John Vernou, was a French émigré tobacconist without the aristocratic de Vernou lineage later claimed by the family. The truth of the Bouvier's modest origins stands in stark contrast to the elaborate genealogical fictions later constructed by descendants seeking to obscure their artisanal roots. A century before the name Bouvier would become linked with the White House through Jacqueline Kennedy, Michelle's journey from Napoleonic soldier to American industrialist had established the financial foundation that would elevate future generations. Yet even as Michel built his industrial empire, he could never have imagined how his grandsons would transform his hard-earned fortune into the financial foundation for a family that would one day walk the corridors of the White House itself. Two brothers, John Vernou Bouvier Sr. and Michel M.C. Bouvier, born in 1843 and 1847 respectively, transformed their grandfather's industrial fortune into financial prominence during America's Gilded Age. John Vernou Bouvier Sr. established his character early when, at 18, he enlisted in the 2nd Pennsylvania Infantry as the Civil War erupted in April 1861. His military career nearly ended at the Second Battle of Bull Run in August 1862, where a Confederate bullet pierced his left lung while serving as aide-de-camp to General Marcina R. Patrick. Captured and later exchanged in November 1862, John's tenacity earned him promotion to brevet captain by 1865, despite his wound's severity. After the war, John applied his disciplined mind to finance, securing a seat on the New York Stock Exchange by the 1870s, joining firms where his cousin Emma Bouvier had married into the influential Drexel banking dynasty. His investment strategy favored conservative approaches with railroads and utilities, earning trust from institutional investors through meticulous analysis during an era rife with speculation. John navigated the panic of 1893 by divesting from over-leveraged railroads and moving capital into municipal bonds, preserving client assets while competitors failed. His younger brother Michel, known as MC, charted a different course, founding MC Bouvier and Company, a brokerage specializing in higher-risk ventures that embodied the speculative spirit of the era. MC's boldest plays centered on Manhattan real estate, financing luxury developments like the Stuyvesant Apartments on the Upper East Side, among the first cooperative housing ventures in the city. His portfolio expanded to include infrastructure projects such as trolley lines in Brooklyn and gas utilities in New Jersey, capitalizing on rapid urbanization. When silver prices collapsed in the 1890s, MC's mining investments forced him to liquidate portions of his real estate holdings, a setback that failed to diminish his appetite for risk. Undeterred, he pivoted toward emerging technologies, funding early electric grid companies and automobile manufacturers, anticipating the industrial shifts of the 20th century. MC pioneered financial innovations, embracing margin trading for clients and employing statistical analysis to predict market trends, novel approaches in an era dominated by insider speculation. Despite his reputation for risk-taking, MC maintained substantial holdings in Pennsylvania coal lands as a personal safety net, amassing a fortune estimated at $20 million by his death in 1935. The brothers occasionally collaborated on ventures like underwriting bonds for the Pennsylvania Railroad, blending John's analytical rigor with MC's boldness to create formidable.
These people.
Down in a nutshell. That I can tell you all about this in a simple thing. See, this is what I always tell people. If you really think that this is way bigger than any what do you call it? Administration can handle, people can handle, or anybody. I'm gonna tell you why. The land has always been for sale. Bouvier family, that was a big family too. See, nobody talk about these families. You ain't get to the families, you just wasting time. You got to talk about these families, who they are, what they do, what their function is. And let's be honest, they're telling you all these families that had a condition in the human condition of slavery and bondage or whatever. They even know you the bonds they had back then. See, you ain't really peeling this onion back unless you peel all these layers back of these people. That's why I always tell people, you got to know who you're dealing with. You getting on this stuff, you getting stuck on this one and that one, and this, and they have you go running all around and They ain't running the Soros Gates and all that. Look at me. I'm gonna tell you something. Soros Gates and them are nice. They child's play compared to these people from back in the day, man. They don't never mention these old time families, man. That's what I try to tell you. If they not talking about these people, you ain't talking about shit.
I know it's a big time.
Chak, where you at?
Yeah, I was trying to find the link on Instagram. I sent it to you. Oh, look at the one he talking about the iron versus the anemia. How they been selling iron to you, but it ain't iron, it's copper. Nigga, I've been saying that. Pull that one up if you can.
I'm just going.
So today we're going to hit on iron imbalances known as anemia, and it's really a copper imbalance, but we'll go with that. So Google says iron supplements, you should take those, but don't take too much because they can cause damage to your organs. Let's go with a natural solution. So a friend reached out that she's been giving her aunt Chilajot for the last year, and she no longer has to take the IV iron that she's been on for 12 years. Think of how crazy this is. This is what they do to people. They don't give people natural solutions. Chilajot, simple natural solution. They also don't tell people what the cause of anemia is and what's causing these problems. Fluoride, check that, in the public water supply, and Wi-Fi Bluetooth can actually lower the red blood cells. Important to know. But back on the Chilajot, because it also helps with hair loss, which I think is really important. When your hormones are messed up, your hair starts falling out. Chilajot can help with that. And Chilajot has some of the most studies for a natural remedy. Check these. And it can also help balance your hormones. Menopause, premenopause, even people taking DIM, which is synthetic, actually. Start using Chilajot, hormones are balanced. So there are solutions. There's natural ways. And Chilajot just comes from the earth. All you're doing is eating beautiful Mother Nature to heal.
Speaking of that, I'm glad you said that. This will be the last thing I say before I close out. You brought that up. He brought that up. Now, I was bringing something earlier when I was talking about Texas, because Dr. Lean was on earlier today. He was talking about they're gonna have these what they're doing in Texas now. They want to build these nuclear. They want to have 30 nuclear micro reactors in Texas to build for these data centers, right? Texas has 370 data centers in the state, which is crazy because they're a bigger state than Virginia, but they got less data centers, right? But they want to make more though, so they gonna get you up sooner or later, right? As a matter of fact,
Did you say Phoenix was one of the gonna be the hotbeds for those data? Well, I'm pretty sure they got some out there already, but they probably will build some more.
Houston tech giant to lay off 2,500 employees from Hewlett Packard. All right, let me. Also, when Dr. Lee was on earlier, I played this video earlier today. They have a new study that says over 50% of women will experience in menopause in their 30s now. I played the thing about the butterflies are disappearing. 1 in 5 butter guys are gone since 2000. So butterflies disappearing too, right? Yeah.
You said the butterflies are disappearing?
Yeah.
Damn. What about the turtles?
We had I don't know about that one. They probably so. We had a tornado drill here in Virginia this morning. I told you about that earlier today. I think I was on the phone with you. But what's this thing? Oh yeah, it's a company called Last Energy. They're gonna deploy 30 micro reactors in Texas for data centers. So they want nuclear powered infrastructure. And but they said the problem is they got with AI Open Stargate, they said that this company notes that Dallas-Fort Worth Metro alone is projected to require an additional 43 gigawatts of power in the coming years. But that surpasses the current grid capacity in Dallas, Texas, right? So they don't have the grid to sustain this. To help remediate, they have secured a 200-acre site in Haskell County, 3.5 hours west of Dallas, The company has filed for a grid connection with ERCOT with plans to deliver power via a mix of private wire and grid transmission. And they have begun pre-application engagement with the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission for early site permit, a key step in securing regulatory approval. So that's a company called Last Energy. They want to make 30 nuclear microreactors in Dallas, Texas. So sound like a game to me, but it is what it is. Go ahead, Frank. Shout out your information, man.
Yo, man, y'all could, some good information, man. We just gotta stay on it, man. Stay on the information, you know what I'm saying? Keep informing people, man. You see what I'm saying? Keep the think tank going, man. So y'all could hit me up at XXFrank80XX on YouTube and also on Instagram, and then Frank Jones 8115 on Instagram. All right. Check out the content.
All right, Shaq, what you got, man? Let me get out of here.
Yeah, you can catch me in St. Louis rolling on dubs, bean buds and shoulder hoods. Daps. Boy, I see Nelly on Drink Champs. Hey, that's your boy Bernard. Nelly Ville. Yeah, Country Grandma.
I did have that CD, actually.
Oh yeah.
Big chance I might see.
Yeah, he sold some help. He was hot as five fish fish, but he sold some help records, bro.
Speaking of that, I might see Michael Vick this weekend. We'll see.
Michael Vick.
Yeah, when I go to this tournament.
New Fortune.
Yeah. If I go to this tournament in Norfolk State there, they might have him there for fan support. We'll see. But Norfolk State got to win first. They can see if they in the championship. We'll see.
Championship.
Yeah, they make it sad. The MEAC starts tomorrow, but a lot of stuff going on. So
fair. Yeah. Did they talk about the government shutdowns? They supposed to talk about that.
I think they said they got enough votes now to get it. But I told you.
You know what I'm saying?
But I told you the guy Massey. Actually, I played that earlier. I actually showed it that he was the guy who didn't want to vote for it because he was saying that it was gonna be for the it was gonna increase spending, which actually tell you the truth, anytime you pass another bill, it's increase spending because I tell you they want to get $400 billion for the defense, and that was one. I think that was one thing that he was against. But I told you the real reason why they have the Thomas Massey, and one thing because Thomas Massey is the only one who has not voted for Israeli interests or Israel anti-Semitism resolution. So that's one reason why they've been on his case for a while too. So
who is this guy?
He's a
Where is he from?
He's from he in Kentucky. More like
that's what he white, obviously, right?
Yeah, he white boy. Mm-hmm. But he the only one. So I mean, he also supported some. Actually, it was crazy. He actually did that. I think support a resolution talking about ending the Fed and also,
Bro, they're not gonna do that, bro. They keep saying this shit, bro. That's the shit they throw out there to keep people off balance.
I know.
Draw you in, bro. To draw your ass in.
But I know. I was
how you gonna end the Fed? Watch this, friend. I mean, but how you gonna end the Fed? Where you getting the money from? You gonna end the Fed? Stop it. Right, motherfucker.
It just sounds good to people, you know what I mean? It sounds.
But I will say,
people want to hear that, you know what I mean?
People want to hear that. Yeah,
and he did say that. I think he said one time that you got a lot of people that's dual citizens of the government and stuff like that. But obviously, by him making this thing, we're not trying to vote on this bill. He's actually landed in the crosshairs of Trump. But what's crazy is that I think Trump back in 2022, and a couple things. I think that, but yeah, he was one of the only one. Well, actually, was the only one in that year that didn't vote on that anti-Semitism resolution, and that is laying them in the hands of AIPAC. on multiple occasions because they've been trying to unseat him for a while with the APEC thing. So, but that's one thing. But it was crazy though. I don't even understand why they even brought him to the forefront because technically, to be honest, they didn't need him to do it anyway because I said all they had to not get was 3 votes or 4 votes or something like that, and they wouldn't have got it. And I said everybody else was gonna do it. So they just threw him out. I think they just threw him out there. But really, to tell you the truth, I knew they were gonna pass the bill because they said 2 guys undecided. I said them 2 guys undecided. They're gonna vote for it in the day.
Come on, bro.
Scripted,
Come on.
baby.
They gotta give you that. Yeah.
Yeah. So one guy not voting on no bill is not gonna stop nothing.
It's all scripted, baby.
Yeah,
and I find this mighty funny on the anniversary of COVID shutdown that they had this resolution. But that's okay. But go ahead, Shaq. Shout out your information, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all can tap in at Shaq Waller on Instagram, Shaq Waller on YouTube. Shaq Evans on Facebook. Yeah. I went live on Facebook to see Facebook be wonky too, man, because I was on for like 4 hours or some shit, but the video, like the visual, when it wasn't showing nobody on their camera though, that they screen blocked out. They can see it on their end from their phone, but if you was on the live, you couldn't see yourself. But if you went on my profile or you can see, I think you see everybody, but that's weird, man. They doing some weird stuff, man. It's just technology stuff.
Yeah. Well, like I said, just stay vigilant, stay it got chilly. But
hey, your boy had Trump on this show, huh?
Who?
Tommy Sotomayor.
Oh, you had him on there?
Well, yeah, I was listening to that the bullshit with I guess he had Umar Johnson, the chick, said he's his daughter. She came on and called his show on Tyler Summer's show. And he was telling her, you ain't nobody special, man. I done had Trump on my show. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody conversation off you, crazy girl. You the one on the internet conversation. He went in on that.
I would say something about Thomas Sotomayor. Just
Crazy shit, man.
funny. You know, so I'm gonna say this. It's kind of crazy. You know, now I remember Thomas Sotomayor used to get all that money getting donated to him on that show. He would actually show the money in the screen, right?
Uh-huh.
I say, well, I don't think the regular people was donating to do $500,000 like that's coming on the screen, man. I just tell you.
How much was it?
I told you at the end of the day, Thomas Sotomayor was getting a whole lot of donations, man.
But a lot of these people, man, a lot of these people be funded, bro.
I know they be funded. Hey, look.
A lot of these people be funded.
Because, like I told the dude, I mean, I just be honest. I mean, I ain't gonna say everything I say is popular or whatever, but I've been on here 3 hours and put out way more information than these dudes put out. They kind of redundant almost to me. Just telling you.
It's all about design. Yeah. They get paid for not putting out certain information or putting out certain information.
Yeah.
You know, not touching a certain narrative and putting out a certain narrative.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not about narratives. I'm just more like, hey, what it is, what it is. You take it what you want. Matter of fact, I got this one done. It's in the ether. So like I said, I just put the information out and I go, that's what I tell them to do. Hey, look, you actually remember something. I remember it, but shit, I tell you one time, I'm going with it. On to the next. Hey, look, it's out there. But nevertheless, y'all take your time, man. It is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and they had a tornado in Orlando. So take your time. Watch out for the weather.
Orlando. Oh yeah, by the way, that Dolce chicks from Tampa, Florida. So once again, so them Florida chicks.
Put
Keep your eye on them.
a hex on your ass.
Toxic K from Florida too. Keep an eye on them.
Yes, sir. Take your time.
Yeah.